I think that's it. Well, there you go. Stone Temple Pilots and Sour Girl. I think most people know by now, but if you don't, Scott Weiland, former Stone Temple Pilots singer, dead at the age of 48 years old. So, I'm bummed, man. I loved Stone Temple Pilots. Absolutely loved them. I had 3 bands for a while there that I went back and forth with. It was Nirvana, Stone Temple Pilots, and Alice in Chains. Those were my 3 that I really loved.
Not Pearl Jam in there.
No, Pearl Jam was like the second tier. I mean, but now I like Pearl Jam more now than I did probably 20 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
their first 4 records, Stone Temple Pilots, are
amazing.
Great. Amazing.
You can't really compete with that. But he never stopped. I mean, he never stopped having really good songs. You know, some of that Velvet Revolver stuff was amazing.
Yeah, the Velvet Revolver stuff was due. He did a bunch of solo records.
Yeah.
SDP just had enough of them at some point and kicked them out of the band.
Well, yeah.
Even the white kids in the hood like me knew about Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we knew.
We got Chis Distefano and Jim Florentine in the studio. We were just talking about this yesterday, rock music, and we were thinking that you're too young to really appreciate growing up with rock music, but
nah, I remember being 12, maybe 11, 12, listen to, on MTV they'd have Stone Temple Pilots. I remember is it Black Hole? I know that's not the band, but that Black Hole Sun, what band was that?
Soundgarden.
I know it's not Stone Temple Pilots, but those are the 2 I remember.
Yeah.
But, I remember listening to, hearing that he died this morning. Yeah, he's a familiar face, like from Alice in Chains or the other bands. I mean, Nirvana I would know, but Stone Temple Pilots was one that I think even the white people in the hood are affected by.
I think Stone Temple Pilots was the band I saw the most.
Yeah.
I saw them at least 10 times. I don't even know the number anymore, but
they toured a lot.
A lot. I got to see them in small, intimate places. In Boston, here in New York.
Did he come on the show ever?
No, I think we had his ex-wife on or something. She wrote a book, and she was in here once. No offense to her, she was kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
But she came in here and was talking about him a little bit. But I don't think a lot of people are surprised this morning, right, Florentine?
No, I mean, he's had issues over the years, constant. He was out of Stone Temple Pilots for a while, did the Velvet Revolver thing. That thing blew up after two records.
And they had 2 really good records. The first one was really good.
First one was really good.
Song off there called Slither.
Slither, yeah.
Which was a huge hit. And then second one, not as big, but there were a couple good songs on that one. And then he went off on his own, pretty much doing his solo stuff.
Well, then he came back to Stone Temple Pilots. They did a couple tours.
Oh, that's right.
And I think they did 1 record, too. And then they had enough of him again.
Right.
And then he was just doing a solo thing.
Yeah, I saw him at the Paramount in Huntington. That was the last time I saw Stone Temple Pilots. We were just talking about this yesterday. That was that show where... actually, I know a lot of people at the Paramount. I'm like, God, I want to meet Scott Weiland. I never met him, even though he's one of my favorites. And I saw the band so many times. We went upstairs to the green room, me and Roland. Roland reminded me that I took him. And, that's where I, saw Billy Joel. And, cause he was there with his daughter to see Stone Temple Pilots. And they were trying to get in the green room, and Scott Weiland was the one was like, no, man, I don't want to meet anybody. So Roland is basically saying, fuck him today because we didn't get to meet Scott Weiland. Fuck it, Roland.
Roland holds a grudge.
But, he seemed like he was in a good place. I don't know how many years ago that is now. That's got to be 4 or 5 years ago, probably. He seemed like he was in a very, very good place and had his shit together. They sounded great that night. Amazing. They were really a tight band. And
were they still performing up until he passed yesterday?
Well, his solo thing, he has a solo band. He was on his tour bus up in Minnesota.
Were they broken up on bad terms, him and the other guys?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pilots?
The DeLeo brothers and him, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The DeLeo brothers?
I witnessed one, I was
there.
You remember that?
Yes, I remember. It was at PNC Arts Center.
PNC Arts Center, and we were...
New Jersey.
They had this backstage area that was kind of outside that they had set up, and you could see the tour buses. And the DeLeo brothers are from Jersey, so it was a big gig for them. It was like a homecoming. And Scott Weiland, was trying to get to a place where he could finally go on stage.
Yeah.
And the DeLeo brothers, we watched them just pacing back and forth in the parking lot, and then they start pounding on the tour bus, trying to get Scott Weiland to come out so they could start the show. Weren't they at least an hour late?
Yeah, it was over an hour late. There's curfews at these venues. 11 o'clock, you pay $10,000 a minute.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure at that venue it's about $10,000 a minute if you go to 11:01.
Yeah.
And it was a K-Rock event where some other bands were on.
Absolutely.
And Stone Temple Pilots was headlining, and they made the crowd wait probably about an hour and 15 minutes for them to come on stage. Scott Weiland wouldn't get off his tour bus.
After the last band, yeah. So everyone had to wait an hour to hour and 15 minutes.
Maybe it was an hour and a half. It could have been an hour. I don't think they went on until about 10:30, 10:40.
And I'll never forget it. One of the DeLeo brothers is just pounding, the guy with the short hair, is pounding on the fucking tour bus and starts screaming, "Come on, Axl! Come on, Axl!" Just screaming and calling him Axl Rose, basically, because Axl Rose was, known to pull that shit. And then finally, you could tell they fucking hated each other.
I remember when he went on stage, he was still, whatever he was doing on the bus, he was messed up. And he came out, he had a jacket on. And for the first 2 songs, as he's singing, he's trying to take the jacket off. But he's so messed up, he can't get it off. And it's hanging. Yeah. It's hanging by his feet and his leg, and he's still pulling on it as he's singing the whole time. It was great. And the band members are just looking like, ugh.
But was he still crushing, though? Like, was his voice still coming through?
Absolutely.
I do remember that it was still a good show, and I do remember the jacket thing. He just couldn't get the thing off.
He couldn't get it off as a white jacket. I remember that. No, he was a phenomenal front man.
Yeah. Right.
And then, a cross between like a David Bowie and a little Mick Jagger and stuff like that. He was great.
He was an amazing front man. And then we saw him in Boston. It was me, Anthony, and Jim Norton. I don't even know if Ant was backstage, but I know it was me and Jimmy, because I remember Jimmy was backstage because he was so annoyed because that was a BCN show. And we're thinking, holy fuck, Stone Temple Pilots, we could be on stage? How cool is this? And we had the proper credentials. We were supposed to interview the band, too, and we just sat there for like an hour, and Scott Weiland never showed up. I think we might have interviewed the DeLeo brothers. I'm not positive anymore. That's at least, that's probably 10 years ago. And then we took our spot on stage, me and Jim Norton. Like I said, I'm not sure if Ant was there. And all of a sudden, they wouldn't let us, stand where we were allowed to stand, because Scott Weiland wanted the whole stage cleared. So we all, pushed all the way back, but we still sort of could see around the corner. And Jim was so annoyed because he's like, this is a BCN event, and we're working for BCN at the time. And then I'll never forget Scott Weiland. Once again, he walked on stage like a zombie. He was getting help until the crowd could see him, and then they kind of let him go and walk the rest onto the stage. And he crushed it that night too. But he was I remember that show. He was definitely sloppier than the PNC show.
But do you think he was maybe one of those guys that needed some type of influence, like drugs or alcohol, to perform?
No. But he claims in a bunch of interviews that his drug abuse stems from his child abuse.
Oh, his abuse, right? Okay.
I'm not sure. Was it sexual abuse?
I think so. He had a rough childhood. His brother died like 5-6 years ago. That really affected him a lot. He's got 2 kids.
Is he American?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he's one of the British guys.
No.
You can't tell when they sing.
Huh?
Yeah, he's from like San Diego or something, right?
Oh, okay.
I think San Jose.
San Jose or something, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a bummer. But most people would say they thought he would have died years ago. I mean, to make it to 48, knowing that he seemed like he was fucked up a lot.
Yeah, he's recent shows he's been up there kind of out of it. Mm-hmm. He's got a solo band he's been touring with for a while. I saw him back in May at this big festival in Ohio.
Was it good?
He wasn't bad. It was pouring rain when they went on. It was like 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And but he wasn't bad. He delivered everything. His his solo stuff's pretty good, more like Beatlesque.
Right.
Beatlesque. They got a lot of crap in the beginning because it was almost like they were a Pearl Jam ripoff, like Weiland was, especially with Plush and all that stuff. Everyone was like, "Oh, this band sucks." And stuff. The first album, it was a great record, but they really had to overcome a lot.
Yeah, they definitely sounded like Pearl Jam, and before everyone knew the difference. Yeah, when you heard what song was it? There was one song by Stone Temple Pilots that got so much airplay, and
was it Plush?
Plush, right?
Yeah, it was Plush. Yeah, it was the
Plush
slower
that
song.
Sounded like Pearl Jam? People were like, "Holy fuck, this is just Pearl Jam."
And the video was him. It seemed like he was kind of like mimicking.
But then
Eddie Vedder too. Yeah.
Yeah, this might have been the one that everyone at first thought.
I know this one
could be Pearl Jam.
This was every hour on MTV and every rock station.
This is the one This is the one the white people in the hood got to. This was definitely this. I remember this.
Really?
Yeah, I remember like this song playing and me, rolling one pant leg up, putting cigarettes in my, like just putting on a headband, my gold chain.
Yeah, they weren't Pearl Jam ripoffs in the end, though.
No, they weren't.
Scott Weiland was a great vocalist, an amazing vocalist and frontman.
And you know what happened is, Chester Bennington from Linkin Park took over for Stone Temple Pilots. They've been touring with him for like the last 3 years. Yeah. And then Chester just recently left the band, Stone Temple Pilots, said, look, I'm going to focus fully on Linkin Park.
Right.
He was great. I just saw him in September, Stone Temple Pilots at this thing in Jersey, and Chester was singing. He was great. He definitely looked like Weiland up there. He had the white tank top on, all that shit, great moves and stuff. But this could open the door for Weiland to come back to Stone Temple Pilots, because where do they go from here? Are they going to go get another singer?
Yeah, and then
it was possible where they could have been back together.
I would imagine that's sort of what the DeLeo brothers were taking. I never got into the Chester version of STP because his voice was so unique, and Chester definitely pulled off the songs, but more than pulled them off. But when you have a guy that has such a unique vocal, it's hard to listen to anyone else in that spot doing those songs.
How big does this one hurt the rock community? Will rock shows tonight pay homage to him in some way, most likely?
Yeah.
Like he was a legend?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hall of Fame? Was he in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland?
Whatever rock bands are still performing, they'll probably acknowledge it. That's the rock scene is pretty fucking slim right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That sucks.
So what's the story? He was found on his tour bus?
Yeah, they were the Wildabouts, which is his current band.
Right. Which I didn't really pay attention to be honest with you. I'm gonna listen to all this stuff all day long now. I'll be on Scott Weiland fucking
it's too late, Opie.
In a rabbit hole with Scott Weiland today. I'll be listening to all this shit. But anyway, go ahead, Eric.
No, they were in Minnesota and they found him passed out on his tour bus.
He was supposed to be in Rochester today, I believe. Was it Rochester, New York? There's a few Rochesters up there,
could be
right?
Minnesota.
Rochester, Minnesota or something. Oh, yeah, maybe that's what it was. So, 48 years old, found on his tour bus.
Damn.
I mean, it absolutely has to be drug-related. Has to be.
Yeah, there was an interview, a few days ago where he was slurring his words a lot.
I was going to say, yeah, he did an interview with SiriusXM Canada.
Oh, really?
A couple of days ago. We have 2 clips from it if you want to hear them.
Yeah, this is most likely his last interview that he did?
They're saying it was his last interview.
Yeah, let's listen to a little piece of this.
Can we throw on Scott right now?
Yeah, he's here. Scott
Weiland.
Welcome.
Hello.
Foxy, rock and roll just happened, baby.
Oh,
that's what just went down.
Pause. That's why I fucking hate. This is why I fucking hate every single radio guy. Well, not every single. I'd probably like 5 radio guys. What are you doing? Just fucking talk.
That face you just made. Classic.
Because the guys like that, there's no respect for this fucking craft.
Oh my God!
What happened? Hey man, what's going on?
Exactly.
His name is Todd Shapiro.
Oh, Todd. I'm sure he's a good man. Whatever.
Nah, not with a name like that. He's a scumbag. Todd, I'll punch this guy in the stomach. Fucking Todd Shapiro.
Here we go.
You're gonna punch guys even though you're sober today?
Yeah, I'm sober. I drank a few Pedialites and I'm sober.
You did Pedialites?
Yeah, because my stepson he was throwing up when I got home yesterday, so I took him to the doctor. I'm sitting in the waiting room and the doctor comes in, checks him out and says, here, drink this Pedialyte, have this Pedialyte icy, and she's talking. The doctor's talking to my stepson, and I'm literally, nodding off, just sitting there, and she goes, are you okay, sir? And I was like, yeah, just a long night last night, just with my raspy shit voice. She's like, why don't you take a Pedialyte, too? And then she gave me a Pedialyte, and we both drank Pedialytes, and,
Did it work?
It worked. I felt great, and then I fell asleep at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I felt good.
All right, good for you.
The late, great Dimebag Darrell, he used to have in his rider a case of Pedialyte on the bus.
Really?
Yeah, and I toured with those guys. I was on the bus with them. Where at the end of the night, before you go to bed, in the bunks, everybody has to drink the Pedialyte. He's like his dad. Everybody get the Pedialyte. Everybody drink and make sure everybody drinks it. Yeah, absolutely. A case of Pedialyte on the bus.
My stepson's pediatrician said that's the best hangover cures, Pedialyte.
Well, coconut water is even better.
She told me Pedialyte. We should have them.
You got the Pedialyte ice pops?
Yeah, Pedialyte. It was awesome.
Every once in a while I get tricked. I'm like, oh, a nice ice pop. And then I do it as a Pedialyte version. It sucks. I'm like, why don't I just go get some ice pops, you stupid
The
fuck.
Pedialyte chocolate milks aren't bad. I don't know if you've ever had those. If your kids have those. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to have to. I didn't even know they made a chocolate milk.
Yeah, they made chocolate milk. They also make a banana milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we doing, man? Rock and roll
Todd
just
Shapiro. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll just happened. What are we doing? Talking about Pedialyte when we could jump on Todd Shapiro's back and let rock and roll happen. Oh, God. Look, I'll acknowledge I've done douchey shit in my radio career. So, okay, I'm guilty of some of this stuff, but I would bet this guy is too old to be saying rock and roll just happened.
And you know, Scott Weiland's on a tour bus. He just woke up. He's like, he doesn't want to do this interview.
Yeah.
And then he hears this. He's like, rock and roll just happened. He's like,
I think it's the
this
last
guy's way
thing.
too hyper and old.
I want to hear what his response is. Rock and roll just happened, and then what does Scott say?
He's going to just be like, yeah. Scott Weiland does not want to hear rock and roll just happened.
No, but especially like when we do radio around the country and you go into a morning show and they're all hyped up and fucking talking 100 miles an hour and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, this is going to be brutal.
The best is
And it's all fake.
It's all fake, yeah.
You don't know when to jump in.
The best is when you go to, like, I remember I was, like, in Syracuse doing press for, like, the Funny Bone or something, and I come in, and it's early, and as soon as I sit down, they're like, the radio, on the air, it's like, oh, yeah, we got, Chris from Distefano. He said my name wrong or whatever. He's like, thinks he's some hotshot because he does comedy in New York City. I was like, what?
That's how he started?
I swear to God, I was like, what? I was like, bro, what are you talking about?
That's the other thing I've always hated about radio. A lot of guys have to be confrontational.
Yeah.
When there's no confrontation to be had.
Yeah, and then he
It's
wanted...
like, why don't you just have a conversation with the guy?
I just was like ready to talk about whatever. Like I had been around the city, and then he kept reminding me that Dick Van Clark started in the radio building I was sitting in. I was like, okay,
Who gives a fuck?
I don't care. I'm a fucking
Dick Van Clark?
Dick Clark. Dick Clark.
Oh,
Dick
okay.
Van Clark.
I wasn't sure if you were talking about Dick Van Dyke
Dick
or
Van
Dick Clark.
No, Dick Clark. I'm a Ryan Seacrest guy anyway. It's my generation. So he's the new fucking Dick Clark. What do you want?
I hate him for just being so fucking bland.
Yeah,
He makes
scummy.
millions upon millions for being just bland.
Yeah, I know. What are you gonna do?
And he does fake radio bits.
He does.
War of the Roses, right, Eric? You know.
Yep.
He did a War of the Roses, and the video went viral. It's like, we screamed on this show, like, it's fake, you fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Stop fucking, watching that, thinking that it was a real bit.
And
It's a bit every radio show does across America.
And he's not Dick Clark. He just inherited the properties that
Right.
were Dick Clark. He doesn't discover bands. He doesn't give anybody opportunities.
Yeah.
He's what
He hosts American Idol.
he's what the white kids in the hood in the late '90s would call a herb.
And he probably jumped for joy when he found out Dick Clark died.
Yeah, probably.
Think about it.
Yeah.
He got New Year's Rockin' Eve.
He got everything.
all the other hosting stuff Dick Clark used to do. Plus, he took Casey Kasem's American Top 40. That's his now. When Casey passed away.
Yeah.
You think he's a weasel in real life too?
Nah, he's probably a nice guy.
He knows how to play the game.
Right. He's very.
People told me over the years, just play the game. You'll be more successful. I'm like, I can't play the game.
I can't play the game either.
Do it.
It's too hard.
He's got to go home at night and hate. He has to hate himself.
And he
There's not
owns the
enough money in the
Kardashians.
world to make that go away.
He owns the Kardashians?
Yes,
too?
he
Properties
does.
on either are all his.
Wow. So this guy's worth like $100 million plus.
Easily.
You can't
More.
believe the amount of money this guy's worth.
Easily 100 million. Probably more than that. Let's look that up before we go back to the
Is he
rock and roll happening.
Is he a little? Is he a little? Fute, or
$330 million he's worth.
is he? What's his? What is he? Is he like the guys, the girls? What? I never know. I mean, that's an honest question. Is it no? Does he
I've
have a
never
wife?
met the guy.
Oh no, I don't know. Based off his
He dates very
he dates women.
high-profile
Oh, okay.
actresses.
Okay.
I think,
All
yeah.
right. Then he's fine. Then.
I think he gets a little weak in the knees when,
Yeah.
guys walk by.
Taylor Kitsch
You
walked
think?
by.
Yeah.
I think he gets a little weak in the knees.
Like you did the other night when you met him?
Yeah, when I met him.
I think he gets a little weak in the knees, but he's trying to hold it together because
Yeah.
I don't know. It's my opinion.
Come on.
I think he he wants to live as a heterosexual man, but I think he gets a little weak.
I agree. I tend to agree.
I think his knees get a little wobbly.
His heart gives a little flutter when Mario Lopez walks by. He's like, "Ooh, AC Slater."
It's just my opinion. I don't know, man, but a little weakness. Tries to hold himself up for a split second. Oh my god! Then goes back to his beauty.
Oh, he's a short little guy too. I heard.
Is he?
Yeah.
All right, Scott Weiland. Could you go back because I want to hear rock and roll happening.
Yeah,
all right,
here we go.
all right.
Can we throw on Scott right now?
Scott.
Yeah, he's here.
Scott Weiland.
Hello.
Oh, Foxy, rock and roll just happened, baby.
Oh, did it?
That's what just went down. How are you, man?
All right.
See, the other guy should have the fucking mic because he goes, "Did it?"
No, I said did it.
No, I thought that was on the tape.
Oh no! Oh,
that was Chris.
Oh, I said did
Oh
it.
fuck!
Oh, my bad.
Then
No.
this should be your show.
No, they have no awareness over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought the "Did It" was in the background, but
No.
it was Chris Distefano here in our studio.
All he said was hello,
Hello.
and it was rock and roll happening.
And then he doesn't
baby.
even say anything, which is great.
No, it's great because I could tell. I know what position he's in. He's on that tour bus in the front. His publicist is like, "You got to do this interview. We got to sell tickets for this gig in Canada, wherever." And then he's like, "Oh, all right." And then, "Hello, rock and roll happened, baby." And he's just sitting there like, "Oh, God, let's."
Yeah.
Let's just get this over. He's already going 5 minutes. I'm giving you 5 minutes. That's it. You know, like tell his publicist, let's get this thing moving.
You know the best part so far? That guy brought down his rock and roll energy quickly when he realized Scott Weiland wasn't going for it. Oops. All of a sudden, listen, go back. You hear a drastic drop off in the energy when Scott Weiland is dead silent with his, after hearing rock and roll just happened.
Can we throw on Scott right now?
Yeah, you do.
Scott Weiland.
Hello.
Oh, fuck. See, rock and roll just happened, baby. That's what just went down. How are you, man?
Oh,
You
Todd.
can actually hear the eye roll.
Yeah.
You can on the phone.
Yes. That energy drops right the fuck down where it's supposed to be.
That's almost like saying something to your woman, and then they take it the wrong way. You think it's, oh no, this is a compliment, and they take it completely the wrong way. And you're like, oh shit.
You're like, I'm sorry.
All right, let me turn it down a notch. Let me see if I can turn this around.
All right, continue.
All right.
All right.
I'm really grateful that you're on the phone.
Thank you.
Whereabouts are you right now, Scott?
We're in Pennsylvania.
Wow, man. Do you like playing in Pennsylvania?
God. We might have to go through this whole interview.
I know.
We were only going to do a quick clip from it, but now the guy is like, wow, Pennsylvania.
What's the difference if you're playing in Pennsylvania, Ohio, even Canada?
I don't know. I'll tell you this about Scott Weiland. I've seen a lot of radio guys interview him over the years. We never had the chance or the opportunity. And they all like get really fucking nervous to interview him. Because he's a tough interview. You can hear in this guy's voice now. He's like, oh, fuck. You can hear him getting nervous by the second.
You gotta just pull it out of him.
I don't know what you do with him. Because,
I was gonna say
because he's one of those guys that he doesn't really give you long answers. There's a lot of I do.
So you're supposed to match his energy in something like that, like go down in radio.
As much as I loved his music, I would probably have to just fucking call him out like, dude, what the fuck? We don't have to do this.
And then that'd probably be good. Then he would wake up.
Maybe, I don't know. I definitely think I would just would take that angle.
A lot of those singers, man, they're all temperamental, and they're not usually good interviews, lead singers. You know, they don't want to deal with it, especially if he's on tour. He wants to save his voice. He's been up all night. He doesn't want to be calling the radio show, so he's aggravated.
And he has to do all the interviews for the band as the rest of the band sleeps in. And
and then he's got to address the drug thing because everyone brings it up all the time. How you doing? How you feeling these days? You're in a good place, and he's got to relive that all the time and stuff. So
nothing worse when you're in rock radio, which I was for many years, and they say, the bassist or the guitarist or the drummer's calling in, and you're like, oh, fuck. There's only one guy that anyone gives a fuck about in general in most bands, and it's the singer.
Yeah.
It's just, that's just the way it is. Except for Guns N' Roses, to be fair. Guns N' Roses, like Slash and the rest of them were, whenever you got any of those guys, it was like, holy fuck, cool.
Yeah, Duff.
Yeah, but I think
Steven
that's
Adler.
an exception, right?
Yeah.
Well, no. What about? Wasn't it the other guy who played for the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Wasn't he? What's the guy?
Flea?
Flea.
Yeah, that's
in a good one.
Yeah, you got to add that to the list.
There's a rock and roll.
But there's not many, man. There's not many, All right, let's go back to the Todd Shapiro show up there in Canada.
Todd.
Thank you.
Whereabouts are you right now, Scott?
We're in Pennsylvania.
Wow, man. Do you like playing in Pennsylvania?
I like playing everywhere.
Good answer.
Cool, dude. You're coming to Toronto soon too, where we broadcast from. And do you like playing in Canada too? That's everywhere.
Yep. Yep, I love playing Toronto.
Awesome, man. And how's it going with the Wildabouts and Blaster?
Tour's going great.
What's been your favorite part of the tour so far?
When my wife came out for a week.
Traveling with your wife, man. Does that is that one of the things? I guess the longer you've been playing music and as famous as you are, and from STP fame to Velvet Revolver to now the Wildabouts and some of your solo stuff, but is that some of the greatest moments still? Is knowing that your family is there with you, watching you do what you love?
Yeah, definitely.
Pause.
Awesome, man.
I mean, he sounds a little fucked up, but I've heard this exact interview a million times. He doesn't give you anything.
Yeah.
It is really tough. And yeah, as much as we're making fun of Mr. Shapiro, he's doing his
trying.
best.
Yeah, he's in a bad place.
But this guy's not going to give him anything, and it's not because he's fucked up or anything. This is a basic interview from Scott Weiland. He didn't give many good interviews.
I know. I feel like I'm trying to put myself in Todd Shapiro's place, and I guess, at what point do you just say, like, dude, if you don't want to be here, if you're not feeling well, we don't have to do it.
I would. I definitely would have to say something.
Hey, he's in a place where if he gets Scott Weiland to call in, you're not going to just sabotage the interview. Some people will. You'll call him out.
Yeah.
But most people won't. They're like, hey, man, we got him. For Sirius up in Canada, that rock station or whatever, that's a big score.
Right.
To get Scott to call in. No, seriously, it is. It's not. And he's just going to try to, pull whatever he can out of him. So, sometimes it's tough. Another guy that's like that, but totally 100% not a dick at all, is Lemmy. Lemmy's a tough interview, too.
Absolutely. We had a pretty good one with him back in the day.
Lemmy gives a lot of one-word answers, too, and he's not being a dick at all. It's just the way he is. Yeah. And then he'll get into it. If you can touch on something where he can elaborate, it's great. But
because they're bored. They've heard all these questions a million fucking times.
Who's Lemmy?
Lemmy from Motorhead. He's great. Okay. And one of the nicest guys in the business, without a doubt. But he's just like, gives a lot of one-word answers. He doesn't like deal with nonsense and the same questions, too.
A lot of guys probably have one-on-one anxiety, with stuff.
Maybe.
If they're that way, though, then why do the press people have them call into these shows? I know because he's a name.
I think they force him. I think he's just forced to do this. I think if it was up to him, he would never do this.
But what do you get at it? Like, this kind of interview, would it really sell tickets?
Probably a few. I mean, you're making people aware that Scott Weiland's band is local. Push play on this a little more.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome, man. This music, and I listened to a couple of your tracks of the Wildabouts, which people can go get on iTunes and go to scottweiland.com, and you can get the album there too, and then see where the big tour is all across. We, here on Sirius XM, Scott, we talk to everyone, not just Toronto, even though we're here in Toronto, so you can see where the tour is anywhere from Pennsylvania to Toronto. What I noticed about some of the tracks is it seemed like some of it, man, was rock and roll, like old school rock and roll, kind of like a Stevie Ray Vaughan feel to me, and the others kind of like that alternative style, which you're known for too. Was that true? Is that just me? I'm not really a music pro. That's just what I heard.
I never really thought of Stevie Ray Vaughan. I thought more of Jack White and Arctic Monkeys.
Love it, man. But there's sort of some like hard rock and sort of some alternative kick. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Awesome, man. Hey,
now there's like a Chris Farley thing going on. That's awesome.
I thought so.
Now I feel, I started hating this Todd guy. Now I feel bad for him because he's definitely trying. He's definitely setting him up with some pretty good questions that maybe he can elaborate on, and he's just going, yep.
Yeah.
And then he has to go, I thought so. Now he's running out of questions fast.
He's trying to confirm that it sounds a little like hard rock and alternative.
Yeah. People are pointing at what we're hearing here as possibly Scott Weiland's last interview, so let's continue with this.
Sort of some alternative kick. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so, man.
That's Farley right there.
Do you hate doing these interviews?
Right, yeah.
All right.
That's good.
All right, Todd. You're turning me around, Todd.
Good job, Todd.
I thought so, man. Hey, do you hate doing these interviews? This is like you've been doing them your whole life. Does it drive you crazy?
A little bit.
Like, are you kind of pissed off that your buddy Aaron, who's so good and gracious, and came on with us, it didn't kind of piss you off? Like, hey, Aaron, I'm hanging out in the back of the bus, man, and I'm so comfy on the queen bed, and now I got to go talk to the schmuck Todd in Toronto.
I don't really think of it that way.
Now he's just trying to have fun.
How do you think of it?
Yeah.
I think of it like it's a necessary evil.
Yeah, it helps with the promotion of the new great band Scott Weiland and the Wild Belts, right? At the end of the day, like it's raising awareness, and awareness is key always.
Yep, definitely.
Oh. Cool, man. And does rock and roll ever get tired for you? Is that just your game?
No, it's my thing.
He still has. I almost want to do the whole thing. He has 5 minutes left, and he's already run out of questions. What could possibly happen
said
for the next 5 minutes?
Because he does definitely, you know, as an interviewer right here, if you ask about Velvet Revolver or Stone Temple Pilots, he's giving you nothing right now with the new band. He's going to give you absolutely zero if you go back to that, because he doesn't want to talk about that.
But he's giving you maybe a 1 right now.
I know. So now where does he go from here?
Right.
He already said the new band sounds great. The album sounds good. Hard rock alternative.
Yeah.
You're playing in Toronto.
Yeah.
You got all the awareness at the gig and all that. So you hate doing interviews. Where do you go from here?
I want to see where Todd goes. I'm interested.
Do you really?
I want to see.
This is really slow, man.
Yeah, but
people are either liking this a lot or turning their fucking radios off.
90 seconds ago, I hated Todd Shapiro, but now after you just called him out, I was like, all right.
I kind of like Todd Shapiro now.
Man, yeah.
Just relax on the whole rock and roll just happened.
Yeah.
Although that could be nice on a T-shirt.
It's almost like a comic that goes up on stage. You see, hey, how you guys doing? Good. It's good to be here.
Yeah.
I appreciate everybody coming out and supporting live comedy. Like,
let me tell you a little bit about
comedy.
me.
Yeah.
I always say that.
No one supports live comedy. It's just a thing they
got
to
on
do.
Yeah, exactly. Half of them got Groupon tickets, or it was I put my fucking card in a birthday bowl, for my birthday, and I got 10 free tickets.
Yeah, supporting live comedy means you would actually go see shows you would normally not see. I would assume most people that go see Distefano or Florentine are not supporting comedy. They want to see you guys.
Yeah, maybe.
That's it. You're not supporting it.
I know. I used to go up like my opening thing would be like, yeah, you know what, thanks for coming out. And then let me tell you a little bit about me. And then like just go into a joke about me. And I thought it was like, that's what I'm supposed to do. But then as I got into it, I was like, I'm just giving myself away that I suck at comedy. I'm telling you about me.
I got to ask you, in the video, I decided I'm putting the video up today on my YouTube channel.
What?
If Scott Weiland was doing this shit in the studio, would you punch him in the stomach or right in the face?
Jesus,
what would happen?
I don't know what I mean, because I feel like if I punch him in the stomach, he'd eviscerate into just nothing, to a bag.
Because you were ready to punch Adam Pally in the stomach yesterday.
I got to be honest, Todd.
You remember all that yesterday?
I remember that.
Okay.
Todd Shapiro there's a little Adam Pally vibe going on. At first, you put on Todd, I was like, I'll punch this guy in the stomach. I'll walk up to Canada and fucking give this guy a shot.
Why would you walk up to Canada? Just to make sure?
Yeah, just to get the cardio in.
Wouldn't you be tired by the time you?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. With this guy, to give me the energy. But now I'm like, you know what? This guy's all right. This guy's all right. Like if I ever go through Toronto, I'd love to do a show.
All right, let's go back to Todd Phillips. Maybe the last interview with Scott Weiland.
Todd Phillips.
Could you see yourself like Scott
Todd Shapiro,
ever doing anything else? Like, would you have been a good carpenter or something?
I was a shitty carpenter.
Not funny.
Were you good at anything else?
Yeah,
banging your mother.
Great at writing. I was great at a lot of things.
Awesome, man. Hey, do you like music these days?
No, it's just
I love music.
What do you love?
What I do for a living.
No, I know we love your music, but what does Scott Weiland love?
Like I said, I love Jack White's music. I love Black Keys music. I love Arctic Monkeys.
What about Justin Bieber?
No.
Does the sort of the poppy kind of hip hoppy and stuff? Do you like any of it?
No, I don't.
None of it. You love rock and roll, huh?
Yep.
How often are you writing music? Just working on music? Like is that a nonstop thing for you?
I have my own studio, and I write at my own studio. I rehearse at my own studio.
Fucking A, bro.
And there's still 3 minutes left.
We're going to the end. We have to, right?
Absolutely. I love this.
Nothing better than hearing someone bombing.
Just uncomfortable silence.
This guy is bombing. It's no fault of Todd, though.
Yeah.
No,
Todd's all
but
right.
he is bombing.
Todd
He's
is
like,
hanging in there,
oh
man.
my God, what can I possibly do with this? Fucking, he added a fucking A, bro? Fucking A, bro.
Because he probably knows he has him for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, I'm not just going to end this at 4 minutes. I got Scott Weiland on it, so let me just keep going and see if I can pull something out of my ass.
Oh, my God. All right, continue.
Hey? Can I hear a fucking A? It's the best, man.
Fucking A.
Scott Weiland, I can't believe I am so honored to talk to you. It is such a privilege, man. Listening to all your songs growing up, and I think you're comfortable talking about STP because I know the Wildabouts play some of the STP songs and stuff. Dude, I just on behalf of so many, man, and I'm sure you hear this a lot. Thank you for giving us so much joy. Thank you for, allowing me to get laid to some of your tunes. Thank you for, I met you back in 2008 and you were awesome then. You're awesome now. You're just a beautster, as we say here in Canada. You're a beauty, baby.
Thank you.
Can you say that? Can you say I'm a good old beauty?
Starting to hate him again.
Yeah.
No, I won't say that.
Good.
It really is the highest form of compliments here. One last question. You got this guy, Donald Trump. Does he scare you?
That'd be a nightmare.
Be a big nightmare, eh, bro?
Yeah.
And the state of the world we're in. Do you have anything you want to say, just on a sort of humility level? Just like, hey, people, we gotta chill out from anything that's going on, and terrorism to even simple things like brawls at Black Friday shopping deals.
I don't know anything about brawls at Black Friday shopping deals, but fuck ISIS.
All right, Scott Weiland, that's fucking epic, bro. Fuck ISIS. You heard it from a rock icon, the legend himself. Scott Weiland and the Wildabouts are going to be in Toronto on December 1st, playing at the Adelaide Hall. Go to scottweiland.com to get all your information, and make sure you go to iTunes to download this wicked rock album. Rock is back because of this legend himself. Scott, thank you so much for getting up, man. Thank you for doing this. Enjoy Pennsylvania tonight, and please remember to the Todd Shapiro Show when you get to town. Maybe we can see you on stage.
All right, sounds good to me.
Okay, brother. Fuck ISIS, Scott.
That's right.
Let's hear it, baby.
Fuck ISIS.
Thanks, my man. We'll talk to you later, everyone. Have a wonderful day. This is the Todd
And if
Shapiro.
you come after me, I'll fucking pull out my Glock 17.
You get him. Are we still hanging out with Scott? We got you, eh, Scott, still? Thank you, man.
Thanks, Scott.
Say hi to Scott, Jay.
Hi, Scott. Thank you, man. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Scott. All right, cheers, brother.
Cheers.
The Todd Shapiro Show on Canada.
Wow.
I thought he was definitely gone, and they just kept that in there to just say, hey, goodbye.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was still there.
Wow.
That was...
Now I got bummed out at the end of that.
Yeah, a little bit.
But
he had, it seemed like he had he didn't want to be here anymore. Fuck ISIS. I don't know.
Right. Maybe ISIS took him out.
You think so?
Maybe he got back to ISIS. They said, oh, really? Watch what we do now.
Boom.
Unbelievable. But that might be the last interview Scott Weiland ever did. The Todd Shapiro Show up there in Canada.
Todd should have known halfway through the interview, don't have him repeat, you're a beauty or whatever, and the other thing.
Yeah, you got to be a little more aware that...
Come on, that's what we say in Canada.
Road.
You say you're a beauty. He's like, no.
You did get a fucking A, bro, out of him, though.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
And he did get to fuck ISIS.
And he got to fuck ISIS.
True,
but he's not going to you're a beauty or whatever the hell that is.
But you can't point to that as a guy that was really fucked up. That was a typical Scott Weiland interview in general. A lot of guys can relate to that interview. They had the same one. over the years. So if you're just tuning in and you don't know, Scott Weiland died at the age of 48 last night. They found him on his tour bus in Minnesota. And
damn.
I, for one, am kind of bummed about it. Absolutely.
That's the worst place to be if you got an addiction is on tour, because you got 22 hours a day of just to try to kill.
Right.
And when you got demons,
try to push the itch down.
Yeah.
And keep yourself busy. So we'll see what the cause of death was, but it's got to be drug related. It has to be, or his body just couldn't take anything, couldn't take it anymore.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's what it probably is. 48 years old. I mean, that's a lot of abuse of your body over the years.
Right. So, all right, there you have it.
Damn.
I want to play. I want to play one more song from Scott Weiland, and we'll take a break because the food should be here any second. You guys order?
Yeah, I got an oatmeal with blueberries.
Nice.
Woo!
Good for you.
Thank you.
Rock and roll just happened.
I hope my dad's not listening.
Oatmeal? Why? He
Yeah, if I oatmeal and blueberries, that would be
a problem in your house?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
Why?
Because, boy, you can't eat fucking blueberries around my dad. He would lose old school Italian guy. Like, fucking blueberries.
I got a blueberry protein drink that I'm going to be downing in a minute or two here.
My dad probably has some choice words for you, too, then.
All right, well.
Like, oh, what is this
What
guy?
are you, fig?
Yeah, what are you,
You're going to drink that?
Fig?
You're going to drink that?
Yeah, why not?
Rock and roll's going to happen.
No shit, it's going to happen.
Rock and roll out of my asshole in about an hour.
It's absolutely going to happen. Where are you guys going to be before we go on a break here?
I'll be at Caroline's December 27th to the 30th. Check out chrisdcomedy.com.
Okay.
Tonight I'm in Westport, Connecticut, Treehouse with Rich Voss, and Saturday night at in New Haven with Rich Voss, treehousecomedy.com, and then December 18, 19, Comedy Connection, Providence, Rhode Island. My new CD comes out today.
Right.
Terrorizing Telemarketers, Volume 6. It's number 11 on iTunes. Hopefully we can get it in the top 3.
Beautiful. You want to give a few more away? Or?
I'll give a few more away. Yeah, go to Metalblade. It's up on iTunes, Terrorizing Telemarketers, Volume 6. If you hate telemarketers, we fuck with them, me and Don Jameson.
You guys do a great job with that whole thing. How many you want to give away?
Give away 2.
All right, we'll give away 2 to some random callers. So just call the show, and we'll do it off air if you want one of Florentine's CDs. Old school CD in front of my eyes. Look at that.
People like physical copies still, for some reason.
Because you feel like you're getting something for your money.
Yeah, and that's why vinyl's coming back, too. People want to buy vinyl. They want a physical copy. They're tired of the MP3s, the shitty sound, and all that stuff.
That's like you did like in Adele. Adele only sold her album physical copies, right?
No, she just didn't put it on the other on
iTunes. I thought you had to like physically go to the store to get Adele's album.
Not at all.
No, it was on iTunes and everything. It wasn't on the other sites like Spotify and all that stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Where you can listen to it basically for free.
Dude, rock and roll is happening. Look at those fucking phones. They all want one of your CDs. Beautiful.
Nice.
Sweet.
Rock and roll will never die. I want to play another song. I want to turn people on to a song that probably didn't get a lot of airplay, and probably most of you maybe never even heard of. But there's a song called Atlanta. Mm-hmm. By Scott Weiland off, I think, the Stone Temple Pilots
4 record?
Yeah, I think it's off number 4, I believe. You got that, E-Rock?
I'm not seeing it in here.
Come on, you
don't have Atlanta?
What the fuck?
I'm not seeing it. Hang on.
We got it here. We'll play it off the YouTube. It's called Atlanta. What I like about this song, listen to his fucking voice. It's creepy. It sounds so much like Jim Morrison to me. Atlanta from Stone Temple Pilots, number 4, as we learned today that Scott Weiland is dead at the age of 48. We'll be back. Jim Norton's in San Francisco at Cobb's Comedy Club this weekend. I would imagine it's pretty close to sold out, but you might want to give them a call immediately to see what's laying around. Maybe some scraps for you and your friends to go see.
Oh, yeah.
The great Jim Norton. In studio today, we got Jim Florentine, and we got Chis Distefano. We did this yesterday, and I said, you know what, why don't we do it again today?
Fuck it.
I think I was supposed to just take the day off, but...
Why? Hang out.
I don't have to really do a lot of Fridays. They gave me a nice little schedule here.
It's good cushion.
Sirius XM. Yes, it's nice. And you were talking about the Jumbotron.
Dude.
I saw you at the Knicks game the other night. Well, because of your Instagram. You were sitting next to Tracy Morgan.
Spike Lee, Jerry Cooney.
Sherrod Small.
Sherrod Small was in the building.
Yeah.
Good dude. And listen, here's the thing. I've been on a couple of shows on MSG and then IFC, which is owned by MSG. So when I go to the Garden, they show me a little love. They think they're doing a nice thing, and they put me on the Jumbotron with my name. And Here's what I wish they would do. I know what level I'm at. I know that most people in the Garden, all people in the Garden, don't give a fuck that I'm on the Jumbotron, but this happened. The last time I went to the Garden, they put up Phil Collins.
Yeah.
And was that a fart, by the way?
Who farted?
Who farted?
Was that Larry?
That fart was epic.
Oh no, we got the Brooklyn boys in studio today.
Oh.
Wait till we talk to these clowns, Roland, Paul, and Larry. Larry came in early for this. He looks miserable over there. He's like, when the fuck are you going to get to me? I could have slept in.
Fucking Larry.
For the people that, I'll go back to you in a second.
No, you don't have to.
Larry owns a house in Brooklyn in the middle of nowhere, and now he's got Roland and Paul living with him as his roommates. He looks too old to have roommates.
He's older than me.
Roland's older than you. All right.
What are you, Larry, Armenian?
Italian.
Oh, all right.
Italian.
That was a good guess, though.
I get Romanian.
And he's got the Italian attitude.
Yeah, now, as soon as he said Italian, I was like, oh, Italian.
You hear how he said Italian?
Yeah, Italian. He jiggled his nuts as he said it.
Right. Anyway, Jumbotron.
Fucking, they put me on, they had Tracy Morgan first, then they put on Robert Wool, and they showed a clip from Wireless, so the place goes berserk. People are standing up literally standing up and clapping for Tracy Morgan. I haven't seen him. And then the next time out, they put up me. They put up, a clip from Benders, which if you guys want to see season 2, tweet that shit out. And it just was dead silence. So silent to the point where on the upper deck, I could hear someone yell, "Who the fuck is that?"
No, you didn't.
And I was just like, "Dad, and I'm sitting with my dad. So the embarrassment it's like when you're with your boys, they're making fun of you, they're drinking,
whatever.
But like my dad's looking at me like, the fuck? And then Tracy Morgan notices, because they're all watching. They're watching, and then Tracy Morgan goes, "Yo, man," he was like, "a cotton candy vendor get more applause than you." And I was like, fuck. And then throughout the rest of the game, because I did that in the second quarter, the rest of the game, just every chance they got, just ripped me about nobody knows who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
They were making fun of me because I was wearing a Knicks jacket. They're like, "What a rookie you are. You come courtside, you wear a Knicks jacket like you're from fucking..." They thought I was from... Tracy Morgan thought I was one of Porzingis' cousins. He thought I was from Latvia with that jacket.
You didn't know how to dress for the Knicks game, it looks like.
I went overboard, I guess.
He's got really nice shoes on, really nice black pants, and a Knicks jacket.
I look at my dad's wearing a flannel jacket.
Yeah, your dad is properly dressed.
Well, no, if you look at my dad, first of all, I don't know if you'll be able to zoom in on that pic, but my dad, there's a policy, a strict policy when they told us when we sit courtside at the Knick game, the guy who gave me the ticket said, you gotta wear, no jeans and sneakers.
Well, Tracy's got his jeans on. Your dad's got his jeans on.
Well, no, but my dad, if you look,
yeah.
my dad shows up, no jeans and sneakers, so my dad shows up in sweatpants and dress shoes. That's my dad's policy. If you say no jeans and sneakers, he thinks sweatpants and dress shoes are fine. I'm like, you don't get the point. Yeah, they didn't want you to wear sweatpants either. He's like, you said no jeans.
I want to be comfortable.
So I put on sweatpants.
Do you wave when you go on the Jumbotron? Do you wave to the crowd?
I wave, and I get abused for my wave. I have a shit wave that I just get so nervous. I get jammed up. When the camera gets on, I get so jammed up because I hear the people not clapping. I'm beat red, and then I just do a shit move. And my friends, they'll tell me, they'll text me, if you're at the game tonight, don't fucking wave. Put your hands in your pocket. Put your hands in your pocket. And I can't resist the urge, and I just start waving. And it's embarrassing.
It's a bad wave. And Tracy Morgan was just beating the shit out of you the rest of the game.
But
absolutely.
But what am I supposed to do? I mean, I gotta, I can't say no. If they're asking me, do you want to be on it? What am I gonna? I want to say no because it's embarrassing. But and then I'll always get some security guard, which makes it even worse, who listens to to the Opie to your show, and he'll like come up to me and be like, I was clapping for you. I'm like, that doesn't make him feel any fucking better. Steve from Connecticut was clapping for me.
And he really wasn't. He's just saying that.
No, he's just saying that.
And if it means anything to you, I was clapping. You don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I know.
That makes it worse.
And then my dad goes, and then I'm driving my dad home back to Staten Island, and there's like, we're sitting in a little bit of traffic going to the Verrazano, and he goes, I thought you were doing a little bit better. It seems like you're doing a little bit better than I thought more people would know who you were at the Garden. And I'm like, why are you even fucking bringing it up? Like, I took you to a nice game. The Knicks lost.
Yeah.
I'm getting abused. I got texts. All my friends were at the game, not sitting with me. They're texting me, calling me a loser. And now you're bringing it up.
It's like, just leave me alone, Dad.
Just leave me alone, Dad.
Fuck. Tracy's beat me up. And why do ex-fighters, and I love Jerry Cooney, why does every ex-fighter have to do the picture with the fist?
They're just used to doing that, when they take pictures with people.
He's got his fist up like that.
You don't know. Like, it's same when you take pictures with guys that are in the metal. You're supposed to give the horns.
Right.
And I try never to do, so you don't know what to do with your hands.
I guess.
So he's got to do the same thing.
Have you ever been on the Jumbotron?
No.
I don't
sit in the front row, so.
I used to at Islanders games when I had season tickets, and I knew some of the guys behind the scenes, and they would put me on because of that. I'm like, don't do this to me. I'm telling you, don't do it. And I did okay, but it wasn't rock and roll happening, that's for sure.
Rock and roll.
And then I finally told them, don't do that anymore. You're embarrassing.
They still did.
Yeah, because you could hear the O&A fans at the time, and there's a pocket of them over here and a little bit over here, but you don't have the whole crowd. If you don't have the whole crowd when they put you on the Jumbotron, don't do it to the person. Like they did to Distefano.
It breathes me. I got pictures. If you go back, I got 34 weeks back. Just a picture of me in the background of Phil Collins, just looking at the Knick game like a fucking asshole. I have the wave too.
Oh my God! There's a still picture of you on your Instagram. What are you on Instagram? I know I follow you.
Christy Comedy.
Yeah,
it is.
Oh my God! You do have a very weak hand in the air.
I'll show. If we go, I'm going all the way back on my Instagram. You got to go all like a year ago. And then that wave is up there, and it's just so bad. Like, it's so fucking embarrassing.
It's like you're showing off a slap bracelet.
Yeah, it sucks.
We'll tweet out the wave if we find it. We're looking for it right now.
It's going back. I'll tell you exactly.
We'll tweet it out on our Twitter.
I've been on a Jumbotron at like a concert.
Nice.
Yeah, I've done that. But
you do okay though? You get a nice.
Well, the band
reaction?
was playing, so you didn't know. Like they went to the crowd.
Oh, really?
I was with my son in the front row, and they put us up a few times.
All right. But they didn't stop the action to say, "Hey, Florentine's here."
No, but Rob Zombie brought me, Don Jameson, Eddie Trunk out one time at Hammerstein Ballroom. It was Manson and Zombie to do this bit where like me and Don get on one side, and the crowd yells "fuck," and the other side goes "yeah," like that,
whatever, right.
like that thing. So he brings us out. The guy's host of that metal show. There's barely any applause. It's more of a Manson crowd that doesn't really know our show. And the bit went nowhere.
Oh, really?
It went. Even Rob Zombie goes, "Wow, this show really petered out. Nothing. Thanks, guys, for bringing the whole show down." And we just walked off.
Embarrassed.
It was fucking embarrassing.
That's great.
And nobody knew who we. Maybe about 10% of the people knew who we were. Like, who are these fucking assholes?
And then you think to yourself, why bother?
Yeah, but he says, "Come on, I want to bring you out for a bit." We're like, "All right, we'll definitely do it." And nobody wanted any part of us.
No one gave a shit. I saw the Phil Collins pictures.
It's just mid-sneeze. And I found the video. It's on my Instagram. The fucking wave. It's because you know what it is. Like and the guys make fun of me, but it's like until you're in that situation when you had just had to go up after Phil Collins or Tracy Morgan and people are literally applauding, and then they put the camera on you and it's dead fucking. I heard them. This is how bad. I heard them welding the T-shirt gun had just broke on the sideline, and I heard them welding the T-shirt gun while I'm fucking. There it is. Look at this shit. No, the one to the right. That's
go one more.
There it is. Look.
Let me see this.
And listen to nobody applauding.
All right, let's go. Oh, that's a horrible wave.
What the fuck is that?
2 points. Oh my God.
0 applause.
Let me explain to the people.
They're clapping that I'm off. They're clapping that it's over.
Let me explain something. Oh, no, did not do that. Let me explain what happened.
You look retarded. You look like
you're on the Jumbotron and you're waving. That's a very foo-foo wave, by the way.
It's an oatmeal and blueberries kind of wave.
Yes, it is. And you're waving. And you're like, maybe I'm not on the Jumbotron. So you see your eyes look up, and then you got the realization, oh shit, I am up there. No one's reacting.
Was this a Knick game or a WNBA game?
No, well, let me explain something. If you could see up the score, the Bruins, it's a hockey game. The Bruins had just scored 2 goals, back-to-back goals.
All right, 3-1.
So the
Bruins over the Rangers.
So the Garden is pissed off, that the Rangers are losing, and then they decide to put me up. And it's like, why? Oh, and at this game, De Niro was there. So they just put De Niro up. So again, applause break, fucking standing up. Look at the double gun finger. What am I doing?
They weren't really in that bad of a mood if they cheered for De Niro, even if the Rangers just let up 2 goals in 30 seconds.
No. When they put up De Niro, the Rangers, it was still 1-1.
So, it was okay.
Then they scored 2 goals. Like, this is a good time to put on a guy nobody ever fucking heard of.
The best part is, like, I don't think I'm on the Jumbotron. No one's reacting. And you see your eyes look up and go, oh, fuck, I am up there.
And then you do, like, 2 Spock hands. You do, like, 2 horizontal Spock hands.
And I was single at the time, and I remember we were talking because when they put you in that suite, you go up with James Dolan, the owner, and he's always got there's always models around and all that. And I was talking to these models because if you're in that suite, they'll talk to you.
Yeah.
So I was talking to them. Me and my boy were like, "Oh, we're gonna get something here." That happens. Didn't say another word to me the rest of the game. That's how bad it got for me. I somehow got on the Jumbotron, which you would think would bring you to another level. It was so bad that I did not bang these girls.
And Roland's falling asleep over there because of this. Roland, you all right? All right. You want to talk to Larry and Roland and Paul?
Yeah, man.
I'll do Larry.
Larry works. I don't even know what you do here, Larry. That's the God's honest truth. We have small talk in the elevator sometimes. And I know you own a house in Brooklyn, and then you took on Roland and Paul as roommates.
Yeah.
Because it's a big, huge, empty house, right?
No, it's not. It's not huge. It's a 4-family house.
Oh, all right. And what do you do here, first of all?
I'm a manager of talk programming operations.
So I
load in all the commercials and the shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I get your air checks,
And then what do you do with my air checks?
Send them to the salespeople.
You decide which ones I could send out?
Yeah.
Because some of those live reads get a little,
I don't know, yeah.
A little rough. Whether I'm either stammering or cursing at the client.
Steven Singer's the only one.
I heard from him yesterday.
He loved it?
He loved it.
It's the only one.
Maybe I shouldn't say that to the people. I want people to think that he hates those live reads, but he wrote me. He's like, fuck yeah. You and Distefano fucking killed it yesterday.
Dude, 8th and Walnut.
Walnut. So you took on Roland and Paul?
Yeah, first it was Paul, and then Roland.
And Roland knows a good deal when he sees it, right,
yeah.
Roland? Why aren't you coming up to the mic? And how is it having these two in your house?
It's good.
Yeah?
Fine. Yeah.
Enjoy it. Save dinero.
You're annoyed by these guys?
No.
Are they cramping your lifestyle?
No, it's fine, a little bit of, let Paul tell you the problem that I had.
Paul.
We can't use the downstairs toilet.
Yes.
Why?
What?
Because that's mine.
Limits downstairs.
You have one toilet for you?
I have a bathroom upstairs and downstairs.
And they're not allowed to use it. Why?
I'll show you the pictures off air of what their bowl looks like and their shower.
So if they have to go to the bathroom, they have to walk upstairs to go.
No, they're already right there.
But what if they're in the kitchen hanging out? Then
they walk right around. The bathroom's there. Me, if I want to go shit, I got to go downstairs.
Oh, you got to go down. Okay.
Yeah.
Why did you pick the bathroom that's not convenient? It's your house.
My bedroom's downstairs and everything,
Oh, okay. So you're close to your bedroom.
Yeah.
What do they do to the toilet and the shower?
Paul? Get up to
Larry.
Paul.
You have pictures.
You want me to show you the pictures?
Yeah, sure.
He left shit in the bowl.
That's normal.
That's because you were stalking me at your goddamn bird last night.
Who's stalking?
I had the blueberry shake, though. It's a healthy shake.
Why don't you,
when you have blueberries, do JFK shits where it splashes?
Oh, yeah.
And then you don't clean off the splatter?
I flush it, but then my T-shirt comes on and I run back to my room.
Paul cleans it.
Yeah.
Or my cleaning lady comes to do it.
Right. And what do they do in the shower? That's so bad.
I don't know.
But it's
Paul cleans. I don't go in there.
But the shower's a disaster, too?
That's what Paul said.
Are you regretting having them in now, or you're cool with
No,
it?
I'm fine.
Yeah?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm not cleaning up. After. I mean, I sometimes do.
Right.
Roland's already gotten banned from doing the dishes.
He doesn't. He uses.
try.
I bought a whole thing of soap this big. It's down to here, and the dishes are still dirty.
Really?
I'm like, you got to use a little muscle. He just.
I'm hearing you're a neat freak, though. You
But
like
I'm not.
In a way, right?
Yeah, but I mean, he leaves things all over, like like there's like bounce sheets in his pocket. They fall out. They stay on the floor. This morning at 4:00, he had lint out of his shoes.
Yeah,
it's all on the floor.
You put bounce sheets in your pocket.
It's like normal. You gotta pick it up.
Yes.
Sounds like Roland's living with a woman.
No. The first week he moved in.
Yeah.
Right? I get in, there's iced tea on the kitchen table with with the red cup. So it was there, when I went to sleep, I threw out the cup. Morning, they were already gone. The iced tea was still there. I wasn't touching it. Friday come home, they were in their rooms, iced tea still there. I said, Roland, how long is the iced tea going to stay there? It's there like a day and a half.
Yeah.
Ooh, until it turns green mold. So he thought that I was mad at him and everything.
You just wanted the iced tea back in the fridge.
It's normal. You put it back in the fridge. I mean, I don't care. I wasn't drinking it, but still.
Right.
So
I think you're mad. I think you're upset.
No, I'm fine now.
You want to kick these guys out?
No, I don't have an issue.
And just have some peace and quiet in your house?
No, I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
I don't have any
There are
problems.
Jehovah's Witnesses in the neighborhood.
Oh,
I call them
yeah.
over while I barbecue. I go, hello, good citizens, come on over.
You like that, Larry?
I ran in the house.
You ran in the house? And you got parrots, right? You got those
I
big parrots?
I have an African gray parrot.
Those things live for fucking ever.
65 years.
65
Really?
years.
How
Yeah.
many years have you had it?
11, 12 years.
Holy shit.
She's a bitch too.
What? It's a bitch? Why?
She's a bitch too.
Why?
You go downstairs, she tells you to get out. She says fuck.
Hisses.
Really? Yeah, hisses.
That's
and
only
growls.
me when I yell at, the dog.
Right.
So she imitates like my dog. She does it in my voice, my name, so.
We should teach the parrot Roland's laugh. That would be fantastic.
She already does something like that.
What's up with that, the parrots talking? They're just mimicking. They don't know what the
Yeah,
fuck
they don't know
they're
what's
doing,
going on.
obviously, right?
No, they have no clue.
No idea.
No.
Why would you let two guys move in to your place? Did you do it because you wanted them to pay
It
some of the
actually all
rent,
started
or
as a joke with another employee.
Yeah.
Who's the other employee?
I'm not naming names.
all right? But you can make it a joke, but then you actually.
Oh, yeah, I said it because his commute was like 2 hours one way. So I said, I went to my sister's room. And he's like, really? So I'm like, I panicked. And he wound up, taking me up on the offer and everything. And then Dennis said, Paul from PA does, commute 2.5 hours. And then Sam said, make him stay. So I had to fix up the other room that I was in, go down in the basement, and then Paul moved in.
Wait, you gave him your room?
Yeah.
And then you made a new room in the basement for you?
Well, yeah, because years ago I lived in the basement too. So then I went back upstairs and everything.
This is sick.
I
You're
was
like
all
giving
over-
up your whole
I'm
house.
all over the house.
Yeah,
So-
they're going to push you out.
Yeah, Paul, say it.
His cousins like us better than him.
Yeah.
I think you're too nice, Larry.
Yeah, I am.
And who are the cousins?
Oh, they live upstairs from me.
Oh.
And they love Paul. They call him Cousin Paul, Cousin Roland. Yeah.
And they don't like you as much.
No.
How many people are in your house total now with your cousins and everybody?
Well,
And Paul, Uncle Paul.
yeah, and then I got another lady with her kid. But it's like, it's not everyone has their own apartment. It's not like we're all living. It's a 4-family house.
You got to be doing that's good. That's a lot of money though in Brooklyn. That's
You're doing
good.
well for
Yeah,
yourself,
that's
Larry.
a nice piece of
Not the
property. you
rents that
got.
I'm charging, but, because it's all family, so.
Oh, so the rent's cheap?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So why don't you up their rent?
No.
What?
Come on, he's leaving floaters.
Oh, today's paid. Yeah. No, he left. No, he leaves stains. Paul left
He was
floaters.
talking to me with the bird last night.
Wait, you leave stains, you do the splatters, Roland, and then
And then he
Paul
leaves vinegar
floaters?
all over the floor.
Why all over the floor?
I don't know.
Ask him.
I just do the bowls and I shake it and my TV show starts. I run back to my room. I go, pshh.
Are these guys bringing girls back at all?
No. I
Not
told him.
anymore
I
after
said,
those
bring.
two.
Huh?
Not anymore after those two.
Oh.
They blew it for me.
Something happened. Something happened with Paul and
A girl?
Roland ruined their relationship or something.
Yeah, what happened,
I'm hearing.
What'd you do?
I had a Bumble girl, and we were going good for about 3 weeks, and then Roland decided to invite us to a play, and he had no idea what it was about, and one thing led to another, and it's over now.
What
What
led
do
to
you mean
another?
say that?
Tell them the
what-
reason why.
Oh, my God.
I thought the play was about a mystery play about chess because I didn't know. I just saw the poster, but had to go because my friend produced it.
Yeah.
So to get them, I said a mystery about chess.
So we go,
Yeah.
and she came late, so she had to even sit in front of me, and I saw her tensing up. It turned out it was a play about suicide,
My bad.
and she had an experience with suicide.
Well, just
Not
say
too long
it.
ago.
What, since you started dating you?
No, in her past.
She will now.
Her ex committed.
Oh, her ex did?
Yeah, and I didn't know that, and I thought it was about. I told her too. It was about a mystery about chess.
Yeah, but what? So she got upset. You couldn't
She
spin
flashed-
that your
She
way?
got upset and
She
started
flashed back.
hyperventilating.
Okay, but you spin that your way. You say, "Look, I'm sorry that happened. I know your ex committed suicide, but if he never would have, we would have never met. And in some way, I'm happy that happened, so you and I could meet." And
This is
then
a guy that knows how to bullshit chicks. That's where that's coming from.
Bro, come on!
There's
You think I'm on the
there's-
fucking Jumbotron for no reason?
There's no empathy whatsoever, and that's fucking beautiful.
For most of us, that would be a guaranteed in.
Try that.
You
You
spin
take that
suicide.
emotion and you spin that shit.
Spin
I'm
it.
here for
But I
you.
had already-
Wizard.
I feel for you.
I had no idea about this
I
play,
had
but
already moved her from Long Island to Manhattan.
What do you mean you moved her from Long Island to Manhattan?
The second date. Drive a U-Haul.
Huh?
She didn't have anybody to drive the U-Haul. So I drove the U-Haul.
And you built furniture for her too.
So wait, but did you bang her at least? You first, so you dated her for 3 weeks. You drove a U-Haul. You helped her drive a U-Haul, and you didn't bang her.
And you put together a furniture.
Yeah. And you got a furniture.
What kind of furniture though?
No, dressers, and he hung up the TVs.
That's not that impressive.
And hung up the TVs.
And hung up the TVs for her?
Yeah.
And the curtains.
Why didn't you think why couldn't you bang her?
She wanted to take it slow.
3 weeks is pretty as fucking what is this, 1850? 3 weeks?
Yeah.
It's like
you don't move a chick out before she bangs you.
Well,
you know what I mean? Just go look.
Now.
Huh?
It's definitely over.
How did it end?
With the suicide?
No. Well, yeah, that was the discussion.
The catalyst, but how did it end?
It ended because he moved her in. Everything was hung.
No, she didn't text
the
him back.
Yeah, the furniture was all put together.
Yeah, she didn't need him anymore.
She needed that guy friend to do this shit.
Right, exactly. You know there's a guy getting in there. She probably wanted you, and you weren't fucking making the move, so she's like, 3 weeks is enough. I wanted that sweet dick.
You know what he did? He did. I'm telling you, I know exactly what you did. What happened to you is you greased her up. You got all the emotions in, the suicide thing, and then she left you, but then the next guy came in, 3 dates, banged her because she was already lubed up. It's like when you loosen up a pickle jar and you can't get, you try and open it and you can't get it, and then somebody just comes in and snaps it off. You did all the work, but then this other guy got the pussy. And it's probably Roland's fault.
I blame Roland.
It was probably a dill, a nice big dill pickle too.
Nice fucking
instead of a gherkins.
Yeah, gherkins.
Paul and his gherkins.
Somebody else is getting the dill.
I'm just assuming you're not hung there, Paul. Sorry.
I still don't think he would have banged her, even if it was a normal play.
Right.
Well, because it seems like she used him to move and put shit together.
Of course.
One thing they're not telling you about the play is before they found out that she had an issue with suicide, as they're coming out of the play, Roland's hopping around like Jackie Gleason. He goes, "How great was that play? It was so funny," and he's just cheering the whole thing on. And this lady is shaking and trembling.
You were there too?
No, but I've heard this story a million times. They're leaving things out.
Like what else are they leaving out?
Well, that he slept throughout the whole play.
That's a given when you go anywhere with Roland.
Yeah. It's good.
He's snoring, and it's a tiny playhouse, so you hear everything, and they're performing, and Roland's just snoring away.
I've seen Roland snore in these places at least 10 times. Everything we go to, he ends up sleeping for a while, and people get so annoyed because his snore is extremely loud. But he's a big guy, so no one wants to fuck with him, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not going to snore for Bruce. I'm ready for his concert tour. I'm excited.
We went to a movie screening last year, some action tornado movie.
Yeah.
Roland was sitting, it was a private screening too, not a public theater. Roland is sitting in this very cushy reclining chair at the end of the aisle. He fell asleep so hard, he was leaning over the armrest of the chair, fell out of the chair into the aisle. And we're all just looking at him like, "Roland, wake up!" And he's getting all nasty, like, "Shut the fuck up, leave me alone." Sits back down, and he's out cold again. Fell out of the chair.
Roll back down.
Why do you fall asleep like that?
I get tired. The hours here. The man brings me down.
The man brings you down?
But you don't get tired during Springsteen.
Oh, hell no. I'm all excited.
All adrenaline.
And Coldplay.
You can't fall asleep standing up, that's why.
Even Coldplay, I got to sit down, I get all excited. Ooh.
You like Coldplay?
I love Coldplay.
They're going to be the halftime show this year, huh?
Yes.
Is that official?
Yeah.
They say it's official. And they say he's doing much better now that he went through a divorce. His music is good.
He's eating meat again.
I kind of... Coldplay. I won't finish the sentence then.
You don't like Coldplay?
No, I kind of do.
You like them? See, there's
a few songs I actually like.
Their new album is awesome.
But then they lost me because everything just started sounding the same.
Except for the new album is really good.
I listened to the first song off.
Second song's good.
The first song, I was like, whatever. I wasn't blown away by it. But you hate Coldplay, Florentine?
No, it's just they shouldn't be playing a halftime show. I don't know who
Why?
should be.
It's safe. Who else do they got?
Well, the last few years they tried to go new school. More
pop
Bruno Mars
and stuff.
and that shit, and Katy Perry and stuff. So
Coldplay's pop.
They didn't want to go. They didn't want to go back to like when they had the Who and Springsteen and stuff like that. They're like, those acts are old and shit like that. But then Coldplay's been around. What is it? 15, 20 years now or something like that. So
they try to go with bands that bring in some of the younger people.
But that's why Coldplay's not. Are they really bringing in young people?
Coldplay.
Younger than like the Who audience,
right? But
Coldplay's another one that got to the white people in the hood. We knew about Coldplay.
Yeah.
For sure we knew about Coldplay. We didn't know about... Coldplay I think is a good choice for the NFL.
It's boring. It's going to be a boring show.
They got to do rappers
It's either
in the
that
NFL.
or U2. They're going back on tour next year.
Well, they always think of the females for the Super Bowl halftime show.
What about Beyonce?
I think she did it, right?
She did it a couple years ago, yeah. They always think of the females, like, we got to get females to watch. That's why they would never have a Metallica, who they should. It's the 50th, anniversary, and it's played, in San Francisco. That's where they're from. They're playing the night before. They're doing Pac Bell Stadium, where the San Francisco Giants play.
Oh, wow, okay.
Metallica's doing the whole, yeah.
So why would they have Metallica?
They won't, because it's metal, and it's like guys,
But you hate all this shit, because they just market this crap purposely toward the females.
Then they don't have to
get all the females running to the TV for the halftime show.
Yeah, so then they're going to run out for the Coldplay because they know two of the ballads. And I remember. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got fucked in the back seat to this, and it's romantic. And now I'm middle aged and I'm drinking wine and my life's miserable.
And I don't give a fuck about the Super Bowl, but I was invited to this party.
But I was invited to this
party. So at least I can
party.
run to the TV and check out the halftime show.
I went to the Super Bowl when they was at MetLife a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
And there was Bruno Mars and Red Hot Chili Peppers, and it was like you could tell like 50% of the stadium lit up for Bruno Mars, and then the lights turned off for Red Hot Chili Peppers, and vice versa. You had the Red Hot Chili Pepper fans did not give a fuck about Bruno Mars, and it was like clear as day. The NFL tried to get 100% of the audience by putting two opposite ends.
Yeah.
But Chili Peppers were awesome, but that kid Bruno Mars can sing and dance.
Yeah,
Even my dad was like,
just put the mics on next time when he's performing.
Oh, what, he lip syncs?
That'd be nice.
Let me say hi to Rich Voss on the hotline. Rich.
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on, buddy?
Let me tell you, when girls want furniture moved, they'll play you. There was a girl when I was young. I had a pickup truck when I painted houses, and I was still a drug addict. And I met this girl, and she was from England, had the accent, and she was beautiful. I mean, this hot, like the kind of girl you fall in love with. Like after 2 dates, you're like, this is it.
Yeah.
And I'm moving her over the weekend, 2-3 days, and then I went to the Meadowlands with her. Her family owned a horse, and the horse won the race. So I'm standing in the winner's circle down at the Meadowlands with her family. Like you could tell what doesn't belong here. The guy with the big afro and horrible clothes. And I'm sitting there in the winner's circle going, this is my life. Look what I just landed. The second I got her last piece of furniture in was probably the last time I ever talked to her.
Did you bang her at least?
I don't know. I might have made out with her if I was lucky. That's no, I didn't bang her at all. I'm serious. I was moving her stuff in, and boom, and next thing you know, she dumps me. Who's in studio?
Got Chis Distefano, Florentine, and for the first time, Larry.
Wow.
Larry owns a house in Brooklyn, and he's decided to let anyone who needs a room live with him.
Wow. No, it's not there. It's not October already, is it?
Huh?
What?
Nothing.
He's making a reference.
That was a good joke. No one got it. I planned it last night.
It's October or something?
No.
October what?
I'll send it to you right now.
Oh, I don't get it. Just say it.
Jimmy's in San Francisco.
Oh, okay. So he's not there.
Oh, because Jimmy said he's leaving. Oh. By the way, through
It's
all
always
that,
good when you have to explain it.
By the way, let me explain Rich Voss perfectly. My friend of many fucking years. Okay, all that drama's going down the other day. Me and Jimmy are going at it, but in the end, I don't think anything was said that was that bad. And I get this. I mean, it's going down, and Voss writes right when the show ended, I just looked at my calendar. I am open in October. That is my pal of probably 15 years. No fucking human emotion, just an opportunist.
He also contacted Stone Temple Pilots this morning.
Yeah, exactly. Can you sing? Can you sing Vaseline? Because they're looking for somebody. That's my pal right there.
No, he really has not. I remember we went to a Christmas party at this comedy club. I think it was the comic strip, and Voss brings some girl with her, and then she started talking to me because she knew me from Jersey or something like that. And Voss goes, "Look, I don't want to drive this pain in the ass home. I already banged her. If you can promise her a ride, you can have her." That's what he said. I'm like, all right, fine. The girl's like, "Where did he go?" I don't know, but I'll give you a ride home. He's like, "Why isn't he?" I have no idea.
Did he get any that night?
Absolutely,
he did. Nice.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
You got to be a team player. That's how we
As long as you give her a ride home, you can have her. What a creep.
But all hell's breaking loose, and I get that text. Obviously, he's definitely going for the joke, but I also know that he's also kind of throwing his line in the water, just fishing around a little bit.
No, not at all. Listen, what do you call it? If I did radio, it would have to be with Bonnie, because
you already do it with Bonnie.
No, I know. I mean, but
why do you make believe that's a throwaway show for you guys on Tuesday nights here on this fine channel?
We had Janine Garofalo this week, and last week.
Wow!
Well, you don't think? Are you kidding me?
Woo! Is this 1994? Shit!
Wow!
I guarantee.
Did she put her notes on a stool?
She's done a million movies and a million TV shows.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Are you joking? Are you trying to joke? Because
she's all right. I don't have anything bad to say about her, but that's a weird brag.
Wow, she's no Esther Kuhn, no ukulele player. Really? Good. That's what I want to see is a snake charmer.
But I'm not bragging that I had Esther Kuhn on the show.
Yeah, well, huh?
I'm not bragging that I had her on, that fucking troublemaker.
Yeah, you had her 2 days in a row. Action speaks louder than words.
That bitch was put up to that shit.
Anyhow,
she goes, "Are you mad at me? Are you mad at me?" No, I'm just saying if you go, guess who we had on the last show? You only save that for we had Arnold Schwarzenegger. Who would be on that short list? You'd have to go A-lister.
Yeah,
or
Michael J.
B+.
Fox was in, and we popped in and we talked to him for a little bit.
Yeah, Janine Garofalo. I would assume you would have someone like Janine Garofalo on. That's no big fucking deal. Sherrod Small had Tracy Morgan on his Race Wars on Wednesday night. He's not calling and going, guess who I had on?
Okay, let me explain something to you.
Yes, go ahead, boss.
To me, she's one of my favorite comics. I think she's brilliant, hands down. If you see her, I think she's a great comic. Along with like a Maria Bamford or whatever. If we're talking female.
I've never seen her stand up.
She is good. She's really nice too, Janine.
Yeah,
super nice. But she is a good comic.
Like I said, I have nothing against her. It was just weird you pulled that name out of your back pocket. That's all.
Well, the week before we had Chris and Andrew Schultz, and it was a great show. Andrew Schultz is the best laugher on the planet. I'm telling you. If you get him into your
I don't know. Esther Kuhn has a pretty good laugh.
Huh?
Rich loves Andrew because Andrew always just compliments Rich.
That's all you have to do to get on Rich's side.
One
compliment and you got him for life.
That's true too.
We've had Andrew on this show too. I love him. We got to work him in more. He's very good. Whatever. No one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck. We'll just have him in.
Fuck you, Andrew.
Right. He'll be in here. You'll enjoy him on the show, and that's how it should be.
Well, listen, I'm calling because I'd like to do 3 hours or maybe 2 nights a week. I'm just saying,
Yeah, but if you want to do it for free, we'll make that deal tomorrow. The problem is these fuckers aren't paying anybody. We got Mark Norman and Joe List on standby because this company won't fucking pay them. And their podcast is damn good. We got a very good feedback from their 4-week run, but we can't fucking make it work with this company. They can't, shake out a few dollars. Is Howard re-signing, by the way, Larry?
I think so.
You just nodded. You got inside info on that?
No. It's on the news, I think.
Today?
No, I think.
No, it's not on the news.
No, a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Howard.
Maybe I heard something.
Howard is very, very quiet.
I think Larry just broke the story.
Wait, how do you know he's resigning?
I don't know.
You nodded.
I'll be fired soon.
You nodded though. What was the nod about? No one knows this shit. He only has 6 shows left for the.
Oh, really?
Under his contract, 5 or 6 shows left.
Oh, I didn't even know then.
And he's very, very quiet. So people are trying to figure this one out. But Larry just nodded. So I guess
he's gonna go.
What do you know?
No, I'm just
saying.
saying.
Why is Larry panicking, Roland?
No, I'm not panicking, but I'm just saying.
I think the bird was saying resign last night.
Roland's nervous now too because Larry gets fired. His rent's going up.
Way up. Way the fuck up.
What are you laughing at, Paul? You too.
Who does Larry talk to? I want to see if his
Larry
knowledge,
doesn't.
if that nod means
I know
anything.
nothing. I know nothing.
Larry
just
talks to
joshing.
everybody.
Huh?
Larry talks to
No,
everybody.
I don't.
So you know Howard's resigning. This
It
is
came
huge
out
news.
pretty quick when you said it.
That was a big fucking
And then his
nod.
eyes open
Really?
real wide,
Yeah.
like, oh my god, I shouldn't have said that.
Should I put it on Twitter?
No. Larry,
tweet it.
says,
I'll read it.
Larry says Howard Stern's resigning with Sirius
He's
XM.
just joshing you guys.
We got
It's fine.
I got video of you nodding. I'll just put that online.
I'll destroy the tapes when Paul's editing it.
Voss, go ahead. What were you saying?
Well, I'm saying it's quite obvious he quit America's Got Talent, so what else would he do? Of course he would resign because he's not going to just do nothing, right?
Well, he might have
So-
something else, though. You don't know.
I don't know. I mean, maybe he also has Mark Norman and Joe List in the wings, because that's a real get. Oh boy, who else do you have in the fucking wings? Your fucking wings stink.
You're part of that, though.
No, we're not in the wings. We're in the game.
You are in the
We're
game.
in the game. And what I'm saying is,
We got a few biggies in the wings I can't really talk about yet.
Oh, dude, I can't even imagine who it is.
I'm telling you.
Well, really? Well,
I'm telling you, a little bigger than Janine Garofalo, I'll tell you that much.
Whoa. Well, you get a lot of good guests, so you never know. I'm sure. I'm sure somebody like J.J. Abrams.
I got Big O and Dukes. They're starting up soon.
They're great. I love them. When they were in Baltimore, I used to do the show. They're very good, Big O and Dukes. They've been bounced around fucking radio more than Kid Chris. What I'm saying is,
So you gotta really know Kid Chris to appreciate that joke. It was a good joke, but no one knows Kid Chris on that level. He's a radio guy that's very talented, but never really caught on anywhere. He was because the whole fucking business changed in front of his eyes. So he's been bouncing around left
He's
and
in
right.
Cincinnati now.
See, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I thought he was in Portland or Philly or he's been everywhere.
San Antonio.
San Antonio's there. Yes.
he's been bounced around like a foster child. But he's good. No, I'm saying all we need is another. We're extra money. We're not trying to get rich. That's all. And we're proven. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Tomorrow night.
I got to tell you guys, rock and roll is happening right now.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll is happening right now with Rich Voss on the phone.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think this was a pretty good call for a call-in.
That's a very good call in.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude, you're a buster. You're a buter. What did they say? You're a buter?
A buster?
You're a buster.
I don't know. You had to listen earlier to understand what we're doing now. But you're performing with Florentine this weekend, huh?
Yes, and as I'm talking to you guys, I'm wearing my Opie and Jim jacket in the car, like I'm sitting at courtside. What I'm saying is that was another good one.
That was a good joke.
Stupid.
I got it.
We got it.
This Friday and Saturday, me and Florentine are working together, which you're getting 1.5 major headliners.
I wish I was around this weekend. I'd love to see you two. You guys haven't performed together in a while.
No, we haven't done anything in a while.
I think it's a Philly weekend. I think I'm heading that way. I think I'm going south.
It's going to be fun.
Anyhow, listen,
Yeah.
Pre-order Bonnie's book on Amazon. You're Better Than Me. It's a great book, I heard. And
You still haven't read it?
Nah, I'm getting to it. I put it on my desk.
Colin really wanted you in here the other day to just beat the shit out of you about Bonnie's book.
Oh, really? Is he going to do a one-man show about my wife's book?
He could. I mean, there's a lot of great stories in there. He loves that Bonnie takes shots at you indirectly. Like, she talks about the last really good-looking guy she dated or something, and it was way before you. You might want to read the book. There's some jabs.
Okay.
There's some subtle jabs going your way.
They're all my
indirectly.
opening acts.
Yeah.
They're all my opening acts. Who's closing the deal? I'm going to go up right now and close the deal. That's what I'm saying. And she went out with that fucking actor that's pretty fucking good looking. Whoever he is. Nathan.
What?
Nathan. Okay, this is going nowhere.
Nathan Fillion.
Oh, Nathan, yeah.
He's on Castle, Firefly. Yeah.
Other heroes.
Very good looking dude.
All right, Voss, let's wrap.
And let me take this before I go.
Yeah.
So in the wings, she has Mark Norman and Joe List in my hallway waiting. Okay, Oh, God, I got to go. Bye.
He hung up. All right. All right, Larry. Anything else Larry wants to say, Paul?
We did get his car towed this weekend.
Why?
Paul needed a New York City ID.
Yeah.
And I parked in a McDonald's parking lot.
Yeah.
Roland wanted an Egg McMuffin and coffee and everything.
Sure.
And there was no parking anywhere because it was like right near Coney Island.
Mm-hmm.
So there's all signs, no standing. But Paul said you could park there. I'm like, you can't because it says no standing. No, that just means you can't stand. I'm like, no. So he doesn't know. So we parked in the lot and we were there like 30, 40 minutes. Come back. My car's gone.
McDonald's had your car towed?
Yeah.
Because it's only spots for people that are driving to McDonald's?
Yeah, like customers and everything. So $136 later.
Who pays for that?
Me.
I
never has any money.
volunteered, and Larry.
He opened up the
on
wallets. The moths flew out. They didn't take the, they don't take, the card. The machine was busted.
Yeah.
That card went right back in his wallet fast. And Roland had to lend me $70, but I gave it back to him, and that was it. So
it sounds like these two are a hassle. You probably should kick them out.
No. I don't mind. I do my own thing. They do. They're constantly together. So.
What does that mean?
Yeah, you think there's something going on with those two?
Oh, no, I'm just saying. They're like, they don't, no, they're always coming up with ideas. No, they're always coming up with ideas for the show and everything. No, it's a good thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
What are you
going to tell me?
Yeah. Did you leave your notes at home?
Because we could probably use one of those ideas about now.
Which was more depressing? Which was more depressing, the Scott Weiland interview on SiriusXM Canada or the interview with Larry?
Yeah,
really.
Larry.
Come on, Larry.
What do you want?
I don't know. I think you got to pump it up a little bit, Larry.
Why me? What about them?
Larry did give us some intel, though.
That's true. Oh yeah.
On what?
Howard's resigning.
No.
That nod was
I
pretty
don't know. I did not for
tweet
everything. I not for everything.
See? Now he's like, could you please move on? Because I don't want to get in trouble. Because I know that Howard's resigning.
Larry, is anyone in that house getting laid?
Not that I know of.
I can help with that.
No.
I'm telling
All
you.
right.
I'm like the getting laid whisperer. I can just figure it out. Anybody who's trying to bang a girl, fucking call me.
Okay, so what if he meets this girl on Bumble, like he said, and she's like, hey, they go on a couple of dates. Hey, I got to move this weekend. I don't know how to drive a U-Haul truck. Can you, if I rent it, will you drive it for me and pick up my stuff in Long Island and bring it?
Sure, babe. No problem. I'll move some things around. Does 10 a.m. work for you? She'll say yes. I come, show up like 10:05, 10:10. Sorry, stuck in a little bit of traffic. How you doing? Got you coffee. Drop off the furniture, do all that, make sure that I'm wearing like something that, makes me look even more more muscular than I actually am. Drop stuff off. We finish up, take her out to lunch. Go back in. We go back in. Got to set up. I'll leave some things undone so we can leave the house. So she sees I'm not just going to try to bang her right away. We get some food. We go back in to finish up the work. We've had maybe a glass of wine or something at lunch. And then when she's moving a desk, when she's doing like the little stuff, putting a picture frame on a desk, I come up behind her, grab her, say start breathing loud and say something like you want to fuck.
What the holy shit? That's rape. Yeah.
It was all nice, and then it accelerated a little too quickly at the end.
But that's what you got to do. You got to keep them on their toes because they don't know.
And just go for it.
Just go for it. Yeah, and that's why.
But where are you going to fuck her when you just got boxes? There's no bed or anything like that.
What's the heavy breathing about?
They love that. They love the aggression, dude. It's all fucking.
Give me the heavy breathing thing.
Yeah, it's like you come up from behind her.
All right, so make believe. I'll make believe the mic is her neck.
Yeah.
So I'd say I'd come back. I got my hands down by where her V would be if it's a guy, and then I would be. Wait. Shh. What's that? Yeah, no. You want to fuck? That's what I would do.
And it works?
Yeah, like that. Or you do a little kiss on the ear like this.
I'll be the girl.
Okay.
I'll be the girl.
No, see, okay, play this game. Try to resist me. I come in, maybe a little giggle. Like that. Girls always like that. It's like, makes you feel like younger and like, it disarms me.
Yeah.
You want to fuck?
Can you get your coffee breath out of my fucking face? We just been moving boxes for the last 9 hours. I'm a little sweaty.
Ooh.
I'd rather take a shower and look good.
Can I join you in the shower?
I don't even have the towels unpacked.
It's all right, babe. We can use my shirt.
I'm not going to wipe off with your shirt.
You don't have to wipe off. Why don't we just here? Come with me. And then I lead you, and then we're walking towards the bathroom. I turn on the shower. You know what, babe? You go in first. I won't come in. You get in the shower.
Wait, let's see if he gets in the shower.
Okay. You go in. I'll wait out here.
I don't have to take a shower right now. I want to get this stuff done.
Yeah, but don't you want to see?
That's why I have you here.
Don't you want to see if the water in your shower works?
I already checked it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Let me
the water
check it.
usually works when you move into a place.
You want to fuck?
No.
Florentine.
Get back to putting the desk together.
Florentine plays hard to get.
Because no chick's going to fuck you in the middle of the afternoon for the first time as you're putting boxes and
totally
putting everything
disagree.
together. No, they'll do it maybe the night before just to confirm that you're going to drive that truck the next day.
What the key is here, folks, if you're listening, what the key is, Larry, listen to me, Paul, Roland, what the key is you go in the house with them, and you go into a situation where they're expecting you to try to make a move, and you don't make the move, and you leave that situation. And then when you come back the second time, all their guards are down, and that's when you ramp it up from 0 to 100, and you say, you want to fuck, let's fuck, I want to stick my dick in you, something raunchy, and a lot of girls will flip the switch, and they'll be taken back at first, but then they'll allow it to happen.
Let's see how Paul handles the situation.
Yeah, all right, so Paul's the girl.
Paul's trying to get laid. Yeah.
All right, you want to be the girl, Jim?
You be the girl.
I'll be the girl.
Because I don't put out. I'm fucking tough.
All right. No,
I'm a prude.
And
You're religious. You're religious.
Yeah. I'm sluttier than Jim. So go ahead, Paul.
You're a whore.
No, I'm going to be honest. I'm helping you.
Do your game.
Oh boy.
So same scenario.
Same
you're in the
scenario.
house.
Yeah.
And you're moving shit in.
Show me the
you haven't
breathing and
banged
the
her yet.
kissing. Show me the breathing.
Wait.
You gotta breathe.
Breathe. I told you how to breathe.
Why don't he let him do his thing that he would do?
Just do your
I'm
thing.
just telling you what they
So
like.
you guys are moving boxes and you haven't banged yet. You're at that point and you think there might be something there, and
You
you're
might have
thinking,
a shot.
This is I already moved her stuff, so now she'll fuck me.
Yeah. What's your move? Go right to your move now.
TV's almost done being hung up.
Oh, is it?
Yep, all done.
Oh. So, what do you want to do?
You want to fuck?
Oh, just like that? Wow, you're aggressive.
I've been working hard all day. I need to relieve some stress.
Oh. Well, there's no bed.
Well, actually, the bed already. What about the couch?
There's no couch either. We haven't moved those things in yet, silly.
What about the back of the U-Haul?
I'm not going to go in the back of the U-Haul. We have this whole big house.
On the floor.
Okay. Do you have anything you could put down?
My jacket.
I'm not going to lay on your size medium jacket.
What about the boxes?
Oh, gosh. Oh, my God.
Okay.
Are you a virgin?
No.
At some point, Paul, what I'm trying to do is fucking, you got to get the signal that just take me. Stop. I don't care where you fucking want to do it. I'm down to fuck you, but stop. You're stalling. So just fuck me. What about, I don't want to lay in your medium jacket. Is this guy ever going to put it in? That's what she's saying right now. Is this guy ever going to put it in? I want you to fuck me, Paul.
All right. What's Larry whispering in the corner?
I'm trying to help you.
Larry's a cuck.
Larry's jerking off.
I'm saying say it so large. It's not a medium.
Larry's in the basement jerking off, trying to take a shit.
Now I know why these guys got low rent.
I know.
Larry's got a peephole that he looks up like a periscope that comes up from the basement.
Larry's got all your fucking rooms wired and he's got nothing to watch.
Paul, if at any fucking moment, one of the first things I said when you said, when you said you want to fuck, I said, we have this whole big house, and you're still just listing items. Just fucking, I gave you the signal to fuck me, so just fuck me.
Is that when I do the breathing?
Yes, and that's when, and you don't even have to say you want to fuck. You just breathe, and I'm already lit. My pussy's already lit. You lit the matches to my pussy.
You got a lit pussy
with that dialogue, you got wet.
With that, 100% I got wet. I was fucking dribbling a little bit here. I'm telling you, dude, you could have fucked this chick.
He's shy. This chick probably wanted to bang him, the bumble girl.
Right.
And he's too shy. He never can move. So she's like, all right, well, at least I can use him to move my shit.
Right.
And then I'll dump him.
She used him. And it takes a big boy to turn to somehow make suicide foreplay, but you could have done it. You could have done. What should I do?
A Bumble party at Larry's and Chris supervise it.
And I'd love to supervise it.
Yeah, that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
But you'd have worked off that emotion. I think you could have gotten something done there.
Death is the biggest aphrodisiac.
No, you got to see the text that he sent her.
What did he send her?
I don't know. Show him.
There's a lot of show them, go here, go there.
I don't even know.
What kind of text did you? What kind of text did you send her?
I apologize for the play.
Oh, he did. He apologized like 5 times.
And then what'd she write back?
Nothing.
Yeah, because she didn't need you anymore.
No, she said you weren't there for me when I needed you.
She said that?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No, you know what you should have did, too? You should have stepped up and, verbally or fucking physically hit Roland or Larry. And then she would have, the man stuff, and you would have come out and she would have been like, you know what, he stands up for what's wrong. But you didn't. Instead, you just fucking, you were like, do you want to have sex in the boxes?
Well, no, I kind of threw her in the cab.
Yeah.
Well, that physically threw her in?
No.
Well, you should have physically threw her in. Show her some way.
Why you put her in a cab to send her home at this point?
After I went to go meet her. I never met her. She didn't even look at me. She looked like she was ready to cry.
And then you got her in a cab, and that was the last you saw of her.
Yeah, and I told him, I said, you should have.
And then you texted her, and she didn't text you. Yeah, you're done. She's done with you.
I said, you should have went in the cab.
Yeah.
But they have to pay for the cab. And
he doesn't like paying for stuff?
That don't happen.
All right, I want to thank Larry and
Thank
Roland
you.
and Paul.
Sorry, it was the bust.
Wow.
I love that
what a boring house that has to be.
I love
That was my 65-inch TV, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love that one of Chris's solutions is to punch Larry.
Why me? I'm the landlord.
Boyfriend committed suicide. I'm sorry. It's like, no, you got to just go for it.
And it was their idea, and then you guys understand that punching you because he's trying to get this girl.
Take one for
you up the punch.
Yeah, just up, man.
Yeah,
you should have told us what it was about.
Because what would happen is Paul hopefully gives her a halfway decent fuck with this little dill pickle dick, and then more friends would come around, and then it would go to you, and then Larry or you guys could get puss friends.
Yeah.
So you let the whole thing down. You blew
that
it
one.
because but you didn't.
So there's no girls in this house ever? Three bachelors?
No.
I always tell him.
No girls sleeping over? Nothing.
No one. When's the last time anyone got laid in that house? Roland, have you gotten laid in that house
No,
since you've been there?
didn't, no.
But it doesn't help that there's no locks on the doors.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. You get in the door. Who's going to come in the door?
What is he talking about?
No, the doors yeah. But you hear Roland's giggling in the next room.
Oh, God. He's worried about locks in the house.
Am I the looker of the house, at least?
I just think, well, you're the...
After what we heard, you think he's going to be the first one?
I still think, because someone's going to feel bad. He's going to get a pity fuck.
I don't think any of them
That's their connections for it.
Could easily be the first guy to fuck, but Larry's so nice, he'll give fuck to one of his friends.
They never have girls in the house just hanging out?
What, like friends?
Just girls that are friends?
Like once or twice, but I told like Roland and Paul, I said, if you want to bring like girls home, I don't give a shit.
Right.
I even told Paul, I said, if you want to bring this girl, I said, I'll take Roland to the store or drop him off or something. I'll go to my friends.
What if Paul gets so orders up a hooker too?
I think I might
want to bring a hooker to...
Paul's going to pay?
No, Roland, you're gonna.
Larry could pay for it.
You cost me enough money.
He's in the hole with the parking ticket.
He cost me enough money.
Yeah.
Don't you live in Kensington in the Hasidic Jewish neighborhood?
Yeah, it's like Borough Park, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's like 5 minutes from like
go after one of those women. You talk to. I'm telling you, nobody ever thinks to even talk to them. Those women, they hate their life.
They're dirty too.
They're dirty.
I know.
The men come into they used to come into Wyckoff Heights Hospital when I was working there with STDs all the I'm telling you, go Jewish women. She'll come in.
Yeah, before sundown.
Before sundown.
Not on a Friday. Not on a Friday.
Paul, what an amazing fucking situation you guys got. Just one big, huge...
You got a house. No guys in there. Nothing's going on.
They have a house, and they all have their own rooms, and they got nothing going on.
I got 65-inch Samsung.
That's what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Roland...
You're going to keep this thing going great.
No, but Roland gets this room, right? He has a bed, no furniture, all his laundry's all over the floor.
Yeah.
He has a fairly new television, a smart TV from Samsung. It's about 40-something inches. Not good enough. Roland is getting, a little trigger happy, has to buy a brand new TV, buys a TV that fills up the entire room except for 2 inches. So now he has the bed. He has to sit at the end of the bed to watch the television, and then he has to have the windows open because it generates so much heat in the room.
Jesus.
Yeah.
His room is ice cold. It's ice cold, his room.
Well, that's how he is, though. He walks around the winter with just short sleeve shirts.
Yeah.
Just T-shirts. He's crazy. He doesn't own a winter jacket.
I know.
And he barely wears long
I
pants.
got drunk one night, took off my shirt, and walked down the street screaming.
What?
Yeah, I got drunk.
All right,
That's fun.
Holy fuck.
This is sadder than the first hour.
Oh, no
With
shit.
Scott Weiland stuff.
I want to go back to the Scott Weiland.
Going downhill from
I'm
here.
not happy with the Scott Weiland news. Yeah.
I'd rather listen to Todd Shapiro.
Found dead on his tour bus at the age of 48.
Yeah.
Let's play another song. You got one, Florentine?
You want to go with that one?
I don't care, whatever. I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
I wish you took off.
We could go. Adhesive's a really good song off of Tiny Music.
Okay.
But then, you got Bing Bang Baby, Tumble in a Rough, Pops Love Suicide is a great one.
Want to do Bing Bang Baby?
Lady Picture Show is a good. Big Bang Baby's a good one.
Yeah.
Is that the one you want?
Yeah, we'll go
You
with
pick
that
it.
one.
All right.
Because the other one's a little kind of.
Yeah.
It might drag a little. It's a good song, though.
All right, we'll play some more Stone Temple Pilots going into the break. We got the Distefano. He's playing Caroline's at the end of the month.
Yes, sir.
And Bender's, hopefully a second season.
So it's on going to come out on Netflix and iTunes, and season 2. We'll see.
You're still waiting.
We're still waiting.
And then
it's all positive.
Florentine's playing with Voss tonight and tomorrow night.
Yeah, in Connecticut, Westport tonight, New Haven Saturday, and then my new CD's out today, Terrorizing Telemarketers, Volume 6. It's up on iTunes.
Great.
If you hate prank calls, all that shit, you'll dig it.
You'll love it. All right, we'll continue. Stay there.
We're back with Opie and Jim.
A little filter, huh? Chris Distefano and Florentine in studio today. Yes. Thanks, Paul. Jesus. Paul was a dud on the fucking... Holy shit. Eric, you know it.
Yeah, I'm just happy that
Both Erics.
that we found some real good chemistry between Chris and Florentine.
Yeah.
And the internet is going crazy over it. I put it up on your screen.
They're going crazy.
Yeah,
Really?
they're
They're going nuts.
crazy.
I see 3 tweets.
Yeah, well, read it in the order.
All right, at Opie and Jimmy and at Opie Radio. Follow me on Twitter.
There you
Cheap
go.
plug for me. This sex scene between at Mr. Jim Florentine and at Chris D Comedy is hot. That's Lou. Lou?
Yeah. Lou, a woman. L-U.
Oh, okay, L-U. All right. At Pubs and Brews tweets at Opie Radio, at Opie and Jimmy. I'm dying with at Chris D Comedy and Mr. Jim Florentine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and
Now it takes a turn.
The third tweet, which makes it, it seem like the internet's going crazy for this. I think Chris is a rapist.
And there you have it.
I find that hot.
Yeah, because your scenario is good, but then you just accelerated way too
Accelerated?
quickly at the end.
Well, you go the well, okay, but here's the thing: you tap the gas, you got to know how to tap the brakes. Some guys just accelerate. You got to tap the brakes. So
But don't you think a girl the first time's going to have sex with you wants to be a little clean, not sweaty, not moving shit all day? She's a little nervous about that. She wants to be nice and fresh for you.
That's why I offered to take a shower with her in the scene. That's why I
but
offered
you
to take a
said
shower
use
with
my
you.
shirt.
Yeah, to dry
wipe
off.
with. Yeah.
You were playing hard to get for
Yeah.
it. What the fuck?
Because I
didn't
want my
expect that from
shit
you
in
as
the
a
house
girl.
first. I don't want this guy taking off. He seems like a creep. He's
Yeah.
got his coffee breath on me. He's fucking grinding on me as I'm trying to put my fucking desk together.
You could see Larry jerking off in the basement. It's just weird.
Did you feel
I
like
could see this guy's gonna fuck me and then go. I'm just gonna go get another coffee, and then he leaves me.
Are you saying that your pussy was a little smelly because of all the work you guys
Oh yeah,
were doing?
absolutely, yeah.
And was your pussy unkept or unkempt?
Yeah, because I said, you know what? If this happens later tonight, when everything's set up, we set everything up.
You would have time to clean up your pussy.
Absolutely, I go in the shower.
Right.
This is how my scenario is. After everything's set up, then we get some food. We get ordering some food. We'll get some wine or some liquor, and I'm going to take a nice shower. I'm going to shave. I'm going to clean everything up nice.
Shave your pussy.
Yeah, shave my pussy.
Would you shave your pussy bald for Chris, or would you leave a little something there for him?
What do you think I like? It's a tough one.
He's old school. Cause I mean, like
he probably wants a little hair down there.
Yeah, he wants a little patch on the top.
Full bush. I'm very old school. I love a full bush.
Well, I just can't grow one out of nowhere, so you're going to take the little patch.
I'll take what you got.
And after the wine, would you give up your asshole to Chris?
No,
as a girl, you know.
No.
You're a girl. You're a girl
He's
in
not
this
getting.
scenario.
He's not getting the ass the first night. There's no way.
Why?
I'm not giving because then he's never going to come back.
Oh, you're gonna
You fuck
save
a girl
that.
in the ass the first night. There's, where do you go from there?
I've never had anal sex in my entire life. Never.
No?
No. I've never stuck in a girl's butt. I don't know why or what. I don't even think I've tried. Never done it. So what is it? It's just like tighter and drier? Tighter and drier?
It's a little strange.
It's a little strange, right?
It's tighter, yeah.
There was a big thing, like, because when I grew up, I was banging, a couple of Italian girls, but I was into, a lot of sex with a lot of black girls, and they they didn't want it. At least not for me, not from.
And the booty hole?
Yeah,
the booty hole.
The black girls aren't into the booty. Yeah, they're not into the ass play.
Spanish girls, maybe.
Yeah, Spanish girls, no white girls.
White girls.
It's more of a white girl thing.
White girl thing, yeah, because I remember it wasn't even offered up.
Yeah.
Asian girls, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Asian girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. What is that about, you think?
Because they're they got that whole weird sex thing going on in their culture, and they're not uptight about sex.
Yeah.
Right.
They're quiet and stuff like that, but in the bedroom, they let loose.
They let it go.
Yeah.
Hey, I went to bed too early, but I heard this game ended on an amazing play there, huh? The Packers and the Lions?
Yeah, it was a blowout game, actually. The Lions were winning 17-0 at halftime, and the Packers couldn't do anything. Like, Aaron Rodgers was terrible. They couldn't run the ball. And then I went to bed, too, and woke up and saw the Packers won.
Is there a little controversy on this Hail Mary?
Yeah, because the play before it, they said there was no time left on Rodgers on his own 25, and they need to score a field goal.
Yeah.
They got 6 seconds left, no timeout, so it's the last play of the game. And Rodgers starts to run with the ball. They do that whole thing with the
throwing it around,
and one of the defensive linemen tackles Rodgers, and it looked like he gave him a face mask, but it wasn't. And they called the face mask, so they gave him one more play. So now they're up to the 40-yard line. So
With
they got
no time on zeros on the clock.
Zeros on the clock. The game is over, but they said it was a face
So
mask.
it's like a free play almost.
Yeah, so now he's got 60 yards.
And you're saying it wasn't a face mask?
No, it wasn't. If you look at the play.
Dude, the referees this year in the NFL, it's so bad. It's never been worse ever than the referees are fucking blowing every call.
What's going on with them, you think?
Every single game, every single week, there's one game that the officiates completely lose. And it's getting to the point now where I don't know what you're going to do, but these refs can't ref the game.
They said there's a lot of new refs. Some of them only been in the league for 2 years, and they're not used to working together. They already took this one referee crew off the Sunday night game because that's a national game that everyone watched. They put them at like a 1 o'clock game because they've been fucking up so much.
Oh, no kidding. I just saw the picture of the face mask. It didn't really look. That's it.
No, because Rodgers he
turned his head.
Yeah, and the chin strap went up, but he didn't touch the face.
So
mask.
it makes it look like the only reason he's turning his head because Taylor had his face mask, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they get a free play.
You can't review those plays, right?
No, you can't review that.
And it's like one of those things where it's like kind of just an unwritten rule. Like it's like in basketball, if you're down, you take a half court shot and I foul you, you don't call that foul because it's so like, it's so impossible the odds. So it's like you don't call this fucking.
Well, no, it's Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? So you're going to protect one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Right.
They're always going to get those calls. So now they get the ball at their own 40. It's moved up 15 yards.
I've only heard about this.
They can only go in the end zone here. They can't get a field goal. So they only need a field goal to win. So he has to throw it 60 yards into the end zone.
Yeah, because there's no time left. All right, let's see how this plays out.
But can the receivers get far enough down the field?
Running around.
That's a good football move.
And then he just hoists it.
He turned 32 yesterday. Does he have a vintage moment in him? In the end zone. It is
Oh, my God.
Richard Rodgers.
Wow.
With a walk-off touchdown.
That never gets old.
That's insane.
Wow. Oh, man. They are not happy.
Total disbelief at Ford Field.
What a shitty way to lose.
Saved by the face mask call, given one last chance. And Aaron Rodgers heaves it as far as he can. And Richard Rodgers boxing out in the end zone.
I want to see the replay.
Touchdown. The son of a former Cal football player.
No replay.
You want to see it again? I have to take it back.
No, it's all good because it's a visual. Wow, what a finish.
And I'm telling you, in the first half, the Packers were dead. There was nothing going on.
I fell asleep early last night, and I fell asleep in the first half, and all I was seeing on my timeline were Rogers and Olivia Munn, because they're blaming Rogers for the. And that's all I was seeing was fucking fuck you, Olivia Munn. She was getting so many fucking hate tweets, and now they fucking.
Do they take that back after that play?
You got to be like, sorry, my bad.
I'm sorry, I didn't really mean it.
Sorry.
I'm just bad. Wish you nothing the best with that relationship you have with Olivia. Wow, we just tweeted that in case you haven't seen him. Probably
huge. He threw it 70 yards in the air.
That is 70 yards?
70, because, threw it from like the 35 to about 5 yards
and
into the end zone.
And he threw it so high.
Yeah.
Why? First of all, the Lions should not be rushing 3 guys there. Rush at least 4. You got no pressure on them whatsoever. And then when you just get, every guy should just be standing at the 5-yard line and just knock the ball down.
He should have been sacked on the 25.
Yeah.
He got free, and then he throws this.
And takes a step. I don't know how many quarterbacks can do that.
That's unbelievable.
Peyton
That's a hell of a catch, too, man. Who caught it?
Richard Rogers.
Oh, yeah, they did say that. That was a great catch on his part, too.
Dude, Peyton Manning's arm would have been attached to the ball. His fucking arm would have ripped off if he tried to do that. I feel like maybe Rogers and Cam Newton can do that. I don't know. Maybe Colin Kaepernick. I don't know.
No, most of the guys could. Well,
like
Brady,
that high, too?
Brady probably can, too.
But with the height. I know they could get the length, but with the height, that's like another 20 yards that he threw it.
Does he have the best arm in the league?
Rogers?
As far as throwing it the furthest?
The furthest?
Yeah, who has that?
Cam Newton is just such a physical specimen that I would say he's got the most strength, but I don't know.
Well,
no one's ever done that.
That's pretty fucking impressive.
That's insane.
I can't imagine too many guys doing that. Let's say hi to Melissa in Wisconsin. Melissa.
Hi, boys. Nice to hear you on a Friday morning.
Aw, thank you, Melissa.
I got to tell you, as a Green Bay Packer fan, I was pissed. I was, nervous. I was shaking. I was like, shit, we lost to the Lions. I can't believe this. We lost to the Bears. And then I had to check my pulse. I wasn't sure if I was breathing. It was insane. I love Aaron Rodgers. This is just fabulous.
Well, the Lions are no joke anymore. They fired everybody. Next thing you know, they turned their team around a little bit. They've won three in a row or something.
Something like 3 or 4.
They still suck. They will always suck. They're just having some luck.
I like Melissa.
Just like the Bears, they always suck. They got a lucky one, whatever. But that's it.
No, the Packers season would have been over if they would have lost that game.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They might have gotten in a wild card, but, I mean, it would have been a rough road. Yeah.
We still need a lot of work. Don't get me wrong, but I'm pretty excited. That was great.
Melissa, did you hear the scenario where Chris Distefano was talking to Jim Florentine and Florentine was playing the girl?
No, I didn't hear that.
All right.
Damn it.
Sorry, boys. Have a nice day.
I wanted to see where she was at with that whole thing, if she would have went for it, but she didn't hear it. Let's say hi to Chuck. Is it my pal Chuck?
Yeah, I'm afraid so, Opie. Listen, anybody knows anything about football knows that Detroit blew that shit about 5 different ways. First thing, a right-handed quarterback on a Hail Mary pass is going to roll to the right and try to get a step into the throat. They didn't try to force him left for shit. Second of all, you never let anybody, you got to have somebody in front of everybody in the end zone. That's a must. And that was just stupid on their part. Goddamn, you can't let Aaron Rodgers roll out and fling that fucker and not have anybody in front of the people. Why wouldn't they have just forced him left?
It's a good question.
That's all they had to do.
Maybe they didn't think he had it in him to throw it 70 yards either. He threw it fucking 70 yards.
I'm going to tell you who's got a strong arm is that fucker from Detroit.
Stafford.
He can fling the shit out of it, too.
Yeah. He could air it out. But, then you got to go back to the call. It didn't look like a face mask to us.
Well, if you kind of look at the way the rules is really set up, when it looked like he turned his head, they're all going to fucking throw it. Because they're all under scrutiny like hell. I don't really think it was a face mask either. But when it comes down to it, goddamn, they shouldn't have let him roll right.
And Richard Rodgers made an amazing catch. Let's not forget that part of this.
Well, his daddy was a good college player, and he made a big catch on a Hail Mary pass years ago. I can't remember it. But I heard somebody talking about that. His dad made a big Hail Mary catch.
Yeah, all right. What else is on your mind today there, Chuck?
Same old shit.
What about What about Donald Trump? He now has 36%.
Well,
this is the highest he's been in the polls. He's got a 20-point lead now, and I think it's Cruz who's in second place. Cruz is taking over Carson.
Do you really think
Biggest lead yet for Donald Trump. It's on all the TVs as I
These
asked
mass
this
shootings
question.
and terrorism and all this stuff is just only helping Trump.
I think you're right.
Exactly right. You're exactly right. People are tired of the same old politician bullshit. Carson ain't got a chance in hell. He might as well just point the bus from where he came from. This other guy, he's got that same old politician spew bullshit talk. Trump is something different. We've tried. Bush kind of didn't do nothing, you know, and Obama ain't done a fucking thing, whether he's black, white, green, or blue. He ain't.
Here we go, Larry.
And so, what the fuck? If you ain't got nobody else, goddamn, if we get Hillary in there, you can fucking hang it up. We're fucked.
Well, I mean, the Trump thing is amazing because he's got controversy left and right, and it doesn't hurt his poll numbers. I think it shows that we're, as a nation in general, we're sick of that whole damn PC culture bullshit, and that it's been a very small minority that has been kind of pushing that forward when the rest of us, the masses, really don't want it. We don't want that political correctness.
I think the flyover country people, you know, out in the middle that don't ever get their word out or whatever, are tired. We need somebody with some fucking balls. You know, Trump, if he gets in there and ain't got no balls, fuck it, we're all fucked. But that man right there seems like he's got enough balls to say, fuck with us, we're going to come blast your ass.
I think Trump's sitting there going, oh, my God, I think I got a real fucking shot at this after all.
He definitely does. You know, when you get
But
Obama,
he never doubted himself. He's that type of guy. But
when you got Obama and the FBI saying we don't know if it's terrorism yet, you got to be, and they won't say it because they're afraid that people are going to go attack Muslims in the United States because of it.
Let me tell you something. That motherfucker that was in that meeting, whether or not he got pissed off and came back and did that shit, he was fixing to do something some fucking where, making pipe bombs like hell, fucking guns, armor, all that shit. He was going to do it somewhere, whether or not that meeting just pissed him off or not. And when the fucking FBI is into that shit that quick, you know it was fucking terrorism.
Yeah.
Obama ain't going to come up and say it was terrorism because he's a pussy.
Yeah, he was. This guy was preparing well in advance, so you can't say he just had a problem at work. That's crazy.
Yeah, and he had a 6-month-old daughter, and his wife was like 4 months or 3 months pregnant. Like, these guys didn't give a fuck.
Oh, she was pregnant again?
I think that's what they said, and I know he had a 6-month-old daughter. So you don't snap and forget about your family.
You don't snap at a Christmas party. Go home to your wife. Go. Let's dress up in armor and go shoot people. Let's drop the baby off at grandma's, and we're gonna throw pipe bombs to kill people. He probably went in there to scout it to make sure everybody was in the room, everything's going. They're in the right place.
Right.
And then somebody said, hey, man, you seem like you're in a bad mood. He's like, fuck you.
Yeah. Right.
And then probably went home, all right, let's go do this. Everyone's there. We got them contained for the next 4 hours. This party's going on.
Well, ain't them foreign cocksuckers like that? They ain't much on Christmas anyway, are they?
I don't speak your language.
Yeah, what did you say?
The Muslims and all that. They ain't much on Christmas. He probably pissed off because he had to go to a Christmas party.
No, they got Kwanzaa. Oh no, it's not.
I think he was pissed off that he had to go to a Christmas party.
Didn't he just go overseas and bring his wife back?
Yeah, all that was going on. So, I think you're right, though. It's helping Trump's numbers. Biggest lead yet, 36%. Cruz at 16%. Carson at 14%. Rubio at 12%. And then Christie's at 4%. Christie's now in 5th place with only 4% of the vote. And Bush can't get traction whatsoever. Rand Paul's at 1% at this point. My God.
Who else are we going to put in there that's not going to back off and be afraid to hurt Hillary's feelings? We ain't got nobody. Every one of them some bitches will get up there and be politically correct and scared to hurt her feelings or anything because she's a woman and she's a Klan. We need somebody to blast her ass and put her back where she belongs, shut the fuck up, and go back home to Bill. She ain't worth a fuck. She'll fuck up more than anything. Everybody knows it. Goddamn, who votes for that crazy bitch? Do you know anybody?
Well, I mean, we're in New York. There's a lot of Clinton support in this city. You see it everywhere, actually.
What do you think of Bernie Sanders?
I like feeling the burn.
I love Bern.
I like him more and more, but he's too radical.
He can't win, right?
But I mean, Trump's radical though.
Well, Bernie Sanders too fucking old. He ain't gonna win that shit.
I love him though too.
He's the best.
I'm enjoying Bernie Sanders and I'm enjoying Donald Trump.
Hey, I wanted to ask you, what the fuck is Roland living with people for? Ain't he got no fucking money?
What happened?
What?
He's asking why Roland has roommates.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's hard. It's a lot of money to live in Brooklyn.
Yeah, most of the money goes to Howard Stern around here. Everyone knows that. Most of the money goes to Howard, and then they got to find that money somewhere. So I think the rest of the employees suffer a little bit. But then some would argue if Howard wasn't here, then no one has a fucking job. So I don't know.
I tell you what, that damn bitch who was on Voss's show the other night, she's giving him hell about.
Janine Garofalo?
God damn, she might be a good comedian, but that show put me to goddamn sleep.
I wish Voss was still listening somewhere.
New promo.
Yeah.
What was she doing? What was she doing to Voss?
Yeah.
Well, Voss would try to brag on her and shit, and then Bonnie bring up some shit they talk about shit she did. She just drag on and on. Goddamn, talk a glass out of fucking sleep.
Oh, well, I mean, that was the big get for the Vosses, getting Janine Garofalo.
I called Sam's show, and goddamn, somebody went in the background and called his daddy, and his daddy come on there and was giving me shit.
Oh, really? You had to talk to Sam's father?
Yeah, goddamn, he got on there and called. I asked Sam, they talked about homosexuality.
Yeah.
And I just asked him a question. If you were on the subway, and there was two guys on one side of the subway blowing each other, and there was a girl and a guy on the other side of the subway, and they were blowing each other and feeling around, which side would you sit on? And Sam finally came out and said he'd sit on the man and the woman's side. And that's when they called Sam's daddy and they had to give me all that.
I would sit on the side with the two guys blowing each other, because then you get the view of the girl and the guy going at it.
That's what I was thinking.
Well,
right? This is a trick question.
Yeah.
I think it's a trick question.
Yeah.
Well,
the answer is you leave the subway.
Oh.
That's what Sam's daddy said. That's exactly what Sam's daddy said. He'd leave the subway.
He would leave the subway. Nah, I don't mind checking out some action.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't mind checking out some action. I think that's a trick question. You sit on the side with the two guys blowing each other, because then you can see the other couple across the way.
Perfect.
But what if they're done and they want more and you're on that side?
Well, I would. How long's my stop? Am I going all the way to Brooklyn on the one? Let's go local for the people.
Yeah. We're going to the Barclays Center?
Barclays to see the Islanders, and I couldn't get the two.
Yeah, all right.
Got 20 minutes to kill. And
All right, boys. I'm getting ready for a big weekend. I'm going to go to the damn...
What is that? What do you mean, big
Carolina.
weekend? Oh.
Well, I'm going down to Charlotte to the Clemson Carolina football game.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Both of them just have one loss.
Right.
If North Carolina wins, just going to fuck up the whole Final Four deal.
Nice.
I think.
I'll
big
check.
Game.
I'll check it out.
All right, man. Y'all take care.
All right, Chuck. Thank you. Always a pleasure to hear from you, sir.
See you, Florentine.
All right, man.
All right.
I got nothing, Chuck?
Yeah. What about Chis Distefano?
What the fuck?
It's like you got put on the Jumbotron. Nothing.
Again.
That guy was he was fucked up or something yesterday, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He wanted to punch the guest in the stomach. We're going to put the video online later today.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, he goes, I just want to let you know, when you first came in here, I wanted to punch you in the stomach. Who says that?
Well, what happens if he's drunk? He punches that guy and he beats the shit out of it.
I would laugh my ass off.
Oh, my God. I go for it. He breaks my wrist.
And I like the guy, but you would.
If that happened, then people would know who Chis Distefano was on the Jumbotron.
And the guy didn't know where you were going with that. It worked out okay in the end, because he's just like nodding, like, yeah, I understand why someone might want to punch me in the stomach.
I didn't know where I was going with it. I just said it.
Jesus.
He's pretty good on the radio. I don't think I've ever heard him stand up, but he's pretty good on the radio. He was fucking with them boys this morning about blowing in their fucking ear and all that.
All that shit.
All right.
Take a listen to my stand-up. ChrisDComedy.com. I got dates. I'll come to Carolina.
Other than picking up a drunk whore in a bar, I don't believe I've ever got laid by saying, do you want to fuck?
But your voice is too southern. You can't do it.
Oh, we got to wine and dine them down here and take them behind the bar.
Yeah, you got to say something like, hey, little lady, want to go back and fuck?
Behind the barn?
Behind the barn.
Oh, ain't nothing like country fucking, man. You just throw down wherever.
Nice.
That sounds like Chris.
Where have you thrown down before? Obviously, you got to go with the haystack.
Sure.
Where else?
I fucked in the woods on piles of leaves. And I fucked.
Yeah, but we've done that in the Northeast.
Yeah.
You ever fucked in like a Waffle House?
I fucked behind the Waffle House one time.
All right.
What about a pigsty?
You don't want to go around pigs. That fucking pig lots stink like shit.
What about horse barn?
You don't want to get around that fucking manure and all that shit.
What about in a NASCAR parking lot?
I ain't much on NASCAR no more. I used to go all the time, but that shit's got politically correct too. It's like fucking wrestling. That shit's fucking.
What makes NASCAR politically correct?
Oh goddamn! Every time they bump a little bit and bump each other's chest, they take them in the damn NASCAR trailer and fine them and all that shit.
Wow.
They're getting away. That's why their races ain't sold out no more. They're taking out seats because they forgot what got them there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They used to fight. They showed it on Wide World Sports one time. The first time they ever showed it, they had a big fight and all that shit. People ate that shit up. Now it's all about big dollars, trying to beat NFL ratings on Sunday. It ain't worth a fuck. You see a better race at a little track on Friday or Saturday night.
You're right about that. I'm not a big racing guy, but I hear that all the time.
Them motherfuckers are athletes, though. Anybody says they don't believe that, they're crazy.
I don't know.
The fastest I ever been in a race.
What do you got to build up your right calf muscle?
Yeah.
Come on. What do you got to work on leaning?
You got to work on your grip for the steering wheel.
Right. You stand on one foot in the gym for a while. What makes him an athlete?
I've been 179 miles an hour in a drag car, and I can't fucking imagine going 179 and turning left. That's a lot of stress. They drive for like 4 hours. They sweat. What are you gonna do if you gotta piss?
You
Just
piss in
go.
your pants. Who cares? That's what I used to piss in my pants at rock shows.
You can't piss in your pants when the fucking inside of the car is way up there that hot. It'll burn you.
It will burn you.
Wait a minute.
I remember having really good seats at,
I was going to say.
One was the Black Crows, yes. And over the years, every once in a while, I absolutely did, because I had great seats. I'm like, you know, and I know I'm not getting laid tonight or anything, and I'll just go home and fucking take everything off, take a fucking shower, throw my clothes in the laundry, and I'll be good.
Wait, even in like blue jeans where you've seen a huge spot? Like if you have black pants, you could pull it off.
No, I've blue jeans back in the day, yeah. I didn't give a fuck.
You pissed.
Not every fucking concert, but there were a couple occasions where, yeah, definitely. I didn't want to lose my spot.
Right.
You got to piss in a beer cup. That's the key.
I pee. Actually, the Black Crows, I didn't pee my pants. I was peeing in beer bottles and then putting them at my feet.
Yeah.
And we were so crowded in, they would be knocked over immediately.
Yeah, one time I filled a beer cup, like a friggin' 16-ounce of piss, and we're at Ozfest, me and Jameson, and he had sandals on, open-toe sandals. And I kicked it over accidentally and went all over his feet. He was he was pissed.
Nice. I mean, it was rare, but I absolutely did it a couple times in my youth.
The key is you got to do it. Do it if you're going to piss in a cup at a concert. Do it when there's a popular song on where everyone's watching the stage. Yeah, don't do a new song where everyone's bored.
And you can't pop your whole mule out. Only the mushroom head.
Yeah, just the helmet and bury it in the cup.
Yeah, poke the helmet out a little bit, push it downwards, and go.
Right. Don't expose it, and then maybe only do a half piss. Just
and
get
do a
half
lot with your right arm, like you're fucking rocking to the song. So they're distracted. They see your right arm up in the air.
My friend Tony did this a couple years ago. Has shorts on with no underwear and just pulls it to the side as he's rocking, but it's splashing on two guys in front of him.
Yeah. Right.
They were fucking pissed, man, because all of a sudden they feel, and they look, because we're underneath. It wasn't even, we're outside.
I've been there. Yeah. I've done all that shit over the years.
And they're trying to look to see if it's wet, but they can't because it's dark. And they keep fucking, it's great.
Yeah, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I saw when I was a kid, I went to see Leonard Skinner years and years ago. And I saw a guy just pull his dick out, down there on the floor where everybody's standing. So this was back when you could just smoke dope and just whatever you wanted to do way back in the day. He pulled his dick out and just pissed in the fucking floor. It's splattering over everybody.
Yeah, I'm not the only one that's done this. It happens.
I think that was the best concert I ever saw. Leonard Skinner.
That's some rock and roll right there. What did that guy say again?
Rock and roll moment.
Yeah, that's a rock and roll moment.
One time my stepmom and my dad, I was in the car with them. We were driving from Tampa Bay to Orlando, and my dad didn't want to keep stopping, but my stepmom really had to pee, so she dumped out her purse. And just pissed in her purse.
Oh,
and then my dad had a
really?
shopping bag in the center console. I was sitting in the back seat. I was like 8. I was like, what the fuck is happening? And my stepmom comes back and just starts pissing in her purse because my dad wouldn't stop. He's like, I'm not stopping. You always got to piss.
Yeah.
So, and then they threw the purse out the window.
Oh, that's great. that's the
piss
first
purse.
I've heard of that.
I swear.
Y'all say I'm a redneck.
Yeah, I know. I know. That was pretty wild. But my dad just doesn't hate stopping.
You ever
I just wanted to tell you that concert, man. Leonard Skinner, that was when that Van Zandt guy was alive, was barefoot on the stage. They opened up for Leon Russell.
Okay.
Years ago.
That's a nice
All
show.
right, boys.
All right.
I got to go to this truck stop and give me some breakfast. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right.
Later, man.
Chuck. Love the Chuck from North Carolina.
Great guy.
What else we got going on, Eric Stangl?
Let's see what's left.
Well, I kind of like the kid gets punched in the balls at the basketball game. I also like the wrestler finish off his opponent using his penis.
That's pretty good.
I saw that video. It's really funny.
I never saw that one.
Yeah?
I'll show it to you.
All right, let me see this.
Was this Paul again at the wrestling event?
Oh, this
yesterday.
It's fake wrestling. I was hoping it was real wrestling.
Oh.
All right, let's watch this. What is this?
This is アメリカと
We'll explain this in a second.
逆にディーノ選手に指の関節が決められてますね。工藤選手もディーノ選手
Wait, the guy is holding his dick.
The fucking Japanese, Jesus. He's holding his dick. The one wrestler's holding his dick, and then the other guy's like, I'm not having this because my dick is strong. So what?
So the guy keeps holding it, and he's in pain. It's like, all you have to do is let it go.
Yeah.
If you let his dick go.
Yeah. But why is he in pain holding the guy's dick? Because he's making it hard?
Well, the one guy thinks he's getting a low blow and is going to, grab his dick like he's going to get over on the other guy. But this guy's dick is so powerful, it puts that guy in an arm bar and locks his shoulder, so now the guy can't move because his dick has a hold on him.
That's okay.
Wait, you got all that from this video?
Yeah. And then as he's hulking up there, the dick then is able to flip him over on his back right in the center of the ring.
This woke up Eric. This woke up E-Rock.
This is so fun.
So his dick is so strong that he's now has hold of this guy's head.
Yeah,
the dick
guy
itself.
the guy grabbed the dick thinking he was going to, do a low blow, but the dick then grabbed him and wouldn't let go.
I've never seen someone grab a dick. Like, I see a punch in the dick, but not grab it and squeeze it, because that's what the guy was trying to do.
Right.
And then I guess he felt these magical powers, and he couldn't let go, and it put him in an arm bar.
We'll tweet that out for the people.
That's great.
Stupid.
So dumb.
That's the great thing about sports is that there's always a chance you're going to see something you've never seen before. Because Aaron Rodgers, he's got that great Hail Mary, and then this guy does an arm bar and flips the guy with his penis.
This is what WWE needs to do, because I just saw yesterday that they said the scripts are getting old and Vince McMahon's on thin ice. He's got to fucking do the dick moves.
They got to bring more of that Edge back. That's what I was watching.
Yeah,
I loved the Edge when they went through that stage. I don't even know. Maybe they do some edgy shit now. I have no idea.
I heard that the numbers are no good anymore.
Not at all.
But I don't believe that. Wasn't SummerSlam just like big sold out event? They still make a lot of money.
It was, but it's not watching on a daily basis. You just, I love WWE.
Good.
You just don't care anymore.
You don't care anymore.
There's nothing there keeping you interested. They're not allowed to be creative. There's no good promos anymore with people talking. And
why? Because of political correctness. They're worried.
And they
went too family friendly.
Yeah, and it's very PG. Everything is more scripted, where, like, say back in the day with The Rock and Stone Cold and stuff like that, they would figure out an idea of where they wanted to go with something, and then they go, okay, it's your job to start here and get to this point to sell the next match, pay-per-view, whatever.
Yeah.
So The Rock would go out and figure it out, Stone Cold, all these guys who were great on the mic. Now it's, here's the script, memorize it, and go out and say these things without putting any kind of creativity into what they're doing.
Right. That's just stupid. All right. I'm doing your beer show tonight, Eric.
You are.
I'm coming back here later on to drink beer with E-Rock and his friends.
Do it.
Yeah.
I did the last beer show. It was a blast, so I'm doing it again. You haven't done one since, right?
Not since then, no.
It's been a while.
Yeah, we
try out all sorts of new and different beers.
I know Jim Florentine wanted to be a part, but he was booked this week, and we reached out to him. But maybe for the winter, we'll.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, I don't get asked again. Again, just nobody asked me.
Come back.
I got shows. Now I got shows. I'll fucking punch you in the stomach.
What is this?
This is something. There's a blog where this lady takes various types of bread and she rolls her face around in it.
And what? It's viral?
It's viral.
Why? We had the cake fart lady. Those videos went viral where she would just sit on this stuff and fart. That was funny.
I'd like to see that.
We had a girl in studio do that.
A girl in studio actually did it for us.
Cake fart.
When we first started on satellite. Let me see this bread face. It's like some cornbread.
Oh, Japanese again.
It's another Japanese.
Okay, so that was cornbread.
That's it?
And that she'll like show you the texture of the bread.
Right. What kind of bread is that? That's like
that's the Easter bread.
What the fuck?
Kind of hot, in a way.
You think?
I'm getting a little tingle.
And then she just kind of
only if you're pushing her in it.
Rubs her face in the bread.
And then she goes to,
almost
like,
seductively.
The Indian flat naan bread.
Oh, this is
very serious about it.
And they're just very quick videos, huh? Oh, God.
With no explanation.
I know.
What the hell's going on out there? Look at all the likes. Don't
even tweet that out.
No, we're not tweeting that out.
Yeah.
You're right, Florentine. Thanks.
It's not worth it. Don't give that any more ammo.
What are the big games this weekend?
All college football. Everyone's playing for their lives. You got big Clemson, North Carolina, with Michigan State, Iowa. I forgot who Stanford's playing, but some of these basically, USC. Yeah, so there's teams that like if Stanford beats USC and Clemson loses to North Carolina, Stanford could get in, and it's huge. This weekend's huge.
You like college football?
I don't like college football, but
you kind of know what's going on.
I know what's going on, but I just kind of pay attention to all sports. But college football is I don't get excited like other people. College basketball, I love.
You love college basketball.
Love college basketball. Kentucky, #1 team in the country, took an L last night.
Took an L.
Took an L from UCLA.
Damn.
UCLA beat those motherfuckers. Because I don't like. Well, here's the thing. I used to not like Kentucky until I found out that Coach Calipari, when he recruits these big time athletes, he doesn't lie to their parents. He tells their parents, "My plan for your son is to have him play 1 year, and then he'll probably go to the NBA. He won't graduate from here, but I think he could get to the NBA, so you guys can make some money." And he's very open, where other coaches will lie. Like, they're like, he's going to be here, I'm going to be like his dad.
Right.
And then they don't give a fuck. They just want to go to the NBA. It makes them look better. But he's very open.
They just want that bling.
Bling. I respect it.
That's his angle?
His pitch. That's his pitch to the parents. I'm not going to lie to you.
Pretty smart.
Your kid, or he'll tell the kids like, I don't think your kid's going to go after 1 year.
And I never get that college thing, because don't we all go to college to try to make money when we get out? But if you can make the money without going to college, why wouldn't you go for that? That's stupid.
Of course. Go to college later.
Or take the chance that you're going to get hurt.
Stupid.
And fuck up your pro career when it was a guarantee that you could go to the pros, and now you're holding back to get a college education? That's just dumb.
Dumb.
Can't you get a college education anytime you want?
And you can do it online while you're in the NBA or NFL.
I never understood that angle.
Yeah, I know. It's great.
And most of these student athletes, they're not even really paying attention in the classroom anyway.
No.
They're not actually learning anything. They might get a degree in the end because you got people, protecting them.
And it's all about work
and making it
experience
easy for
anyway.
themselves. Yeah.
My mom said my mom's an HR manager. She says she doesn't give a shit you could come from Harvard. It's all about what's your work experience. If it was between a student coming out of Harvard or a guy who's worked 5 years who went to DeVry, I'd take the guy from DeVry because he has work experience. That's the new HR. That's how they're working. They don't give a fuck what school you go. It doesn't matter. They know you're not paying attention, or you're getting the answers online or off Twitter anyway.
Right.
To the tests.
Unbelievable.
The big NFL game, Giants and Jets. Whoever loses is pretty much out this week. So
yeah. Well, I mean, I guess
6-5 Jets and the Giants are 5-6. Yeah.
But the Giants are in first place.
Well, tied for first with Washington. See, that's the thing.
That's a shitty division.
Even though Jets have a better record, Giants have a better chance of making the playoffs because they can win their division.
Right.
Jets are, in the Patriots division.
Yeah, they need a lot to happen.
And wild card. Well, they're tied with the wild card, I think, with the Steelers, right? They could get in.
I think you might be right.
Yeah,
And the Patriots. I mean, that's not going to be an easy game because the Patriots are all banged up.
Yeah.
They got a lot of key injuries right now.
Yeah, Gronkowski's
They're
out.
playing the Eagles.
Yeah,
the 4-7 Eagles. So,
well, Chip, I guess the Eagles are done too.
Any other big games this weekend?
Nothing really.
Well, on Sunday you got the Warriors playing the Nets. Keep the undefeated streak alive.
I want the Warriors to just keep on going.
Keep going.
Man.
I hope they never lose.
You got to root for that shit, right?
Yeah, you have to.
They're 20-0,
and they're doing it with interim head coach Luke Walton. Their head coach Steve Kerr, who's like the mastermind, has been out with back surgery. So they're like a self-sufficient team. Luke Walton, I mean, he's a great coach, but he said, he's like, you just let these guys go. Steph Curry just goes, and they just know how to play defense, offense. They're good.
20-0. The record
20-0.
is 72-10, right?
For the NBA.
What year was that?
96, right?
Somewhere in there, mid-90s.
Yeah.
They got, they're off to an amazing start. What's the best start ever?
They have it. Warriors.
Oh, they do have it officially now?
They have it.
What was it before this?
I think it was it 19-0 or 18-0 and for the NBA. Now they're 20-0, but the best start or they're going for the best start of any sport ever. I think like the 1884 something Lagoons or some, but it was I think it was it hockey or baseball, I forgot. They had the best record ever where they won 20 games in a row to start a season, and the Warriors are going for that, to beat that of all time.
That's pretty.
There's never been, and they're 7. I think they're 4-0 so far on their road trip. If they go 7-0 on their road trip, no team's ever done that in the NBA either, because it's very hard to win on the road. Yeah, 1984 St. Louis Maroons.
I guess they don't.
1884.
They don't count playoffs and stuff like that because the Dolphins are 72, went 17-0, and won the next game next year. So they won 18-0 before they lost the game.
Right. So yeah, these guys are now 20.
Curry is ridiculous.
Curry's a joke. How good he is.
He is ridiculous. I love watching him play.
I love watching him play. And I got to be honest, if we're just talking sports here, I've had enough with Kobe Bryant. He's so not genuine about anything he fucking says or does. I really, I know that there's a lot of Laker fans. I know they love Kobe. Fuck you, dude. I just feel like I could see right through, your bullshit. You don't mean anything you say. You would kill every single one of your teammates if it meant you could get 2 healthy knees back. You don't fucking care. It's all about I hate you.
And he figured out a way to cover up a real shitty season.
Yeah.
Just now they're going to sell out every game.
You.
So he can do his victory lap around the league.
Yeah. Fuck him.
He's done at 37 years old. 37, that's it.
That's it.
But he got injured a lot in the last few years.
And,
key injuries, too.
And I feel
Achilles heel he came back from.
That was a tough injury to come back.
That's an injury you don't come back from and play on the top of your game anymore.
But even when he blew it his Achilles heel, he blamed it on the guy's foot he landed on. It's like, shut up.
It
happens. Guy's playing defense.
That happens when you're just walking down the street.
I hate
that kind of stuff.
But usually that's it. But he was able to come back from that and do okay.
Okay.
He just did okay.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're done. Fuck it.
We're done?
Yeah. We're done.
All right.
What do we got next? Accelerated?
Accelerated.
It's for the whole week?
Yeah, recap of everything from the week.
I love this Accelerated show.
That's great.
I love it.
It's good.
It's so much material in one quick hour. I think you'll enjoy it if you've never, stuck around for that.
Also, the show tonight is at 6 p.m. here on Opie Radio.
What time do I have to be here?
6:30 is fine.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Coming back to do E-Rock's beer show tonight. All right. Florentine's going to be performing with Mr. Voss, who called in the show
this
today.
weekend, tonight in Westport, Connecticut, tomorrow in New Haven, Connecticut. And I got dates in Plano, Texas, Providence, Rhode Island, Poconos, New Year's Eve, Boca, Florida, and Kansas.
Great.
Next few weeks. And my new CD's out today, Terrorizing Telemarketers Volume 6.
We've been watching it move up the iTunes
Yeah, it was
chart.
on number 6. It was at 6 before on the iTunes charts. Hopefully it moved up.
When the show started, where was it?
It was like 30th.
All right. We're just watching move up the iTunes list.
Might even be up higher. Yeah, so
you will not be disappointed. These terrorists, Jesus, these telemarketing calls that you guys have done over the years are fucking hilarious.
Yeah, man.
You're gonna like it. And Distefano's gonna be at Caroline's later this month.
Yep. 27th to the 30th of December, I'll be there. And then ChrisDComedy.com, I got a bunch of 2016 shows coming up. Fucking Utah, Boston, all that shit. And if you guys want to see Bender Season 2, tweet me, son. Tweet the shit out of it.
Okay. This was fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in again, guys.
Thanks for having me.
All right, have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday.